Wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome to the KVJ show. Hello, Virginia.
Good morning. How's it going?
Oh, it's good. It is very good. Lovely day here. Lovely day in South Florida.
It's not raining, so that was a plus.
Yeah. Yeah, no, coming out of it a little bit.
I got all puddles in my neighborhood, but the rain has stopped, so that's a good thing.
Did you have rain yesterday?
We did.
Okay.
We had another rainy day yesterday.
Wow. How about that?
It's kind of crazy how there's still puddles everywhere, like just standing water. Oh, the mosquitoes.
Loving it. Yeah, they're loving it. Yeah, they love me. They just, wow. They are like, I don't know how, and you know how we will rate restaurants, and you'll have, what, a 5-star? Is that how you do it?
Yes.
I don't know, but if there is any kind of mosquito rating system, I have to be 5-star. Like, they have to look at me like, I don't know if I'm Morton Steakhouse or, you know, where you would put me, but I am clearly the top end of mosquito dining.
You're multiple Michelin stars because you're fine dining.
Yeah, I am whatever the top tier
Michelin.
is.
Michelin stars, that's
I'm
you.
delicious. Yeah, whatever that is me. They just are like, bon appetit. I am delicious to mosquitoes. They just love me. I keep getting them in my house. I don't know how. And I look like a madman. I'm sitting there working on the computer and I just start like swiping at the air, and my family just kind of like looks over and they're like, and then you can see them whispering to one another and it's like, he's losing it. Like just... I look like a maniac. Mosquitoes are all over the place.
Well, your wife does what I do, and I do mine because my Mexican mother did it, and her Mexican mother before her did it. We have lots of potted plants out in the yard. There's lots of pots.
Yeah.
And in those pots, you have to make sure there's no standing water. Because if there is ever standing water in anything right outside your door, that's where the mosquitoes are breeding and growing. And then as soon as you open the door, they follow you right in. They're like, oh, that's Michelin star Kev.
It is, yeah. Well, I can tell you right now, I can follow the path of the dysfunction that we have, why it's not working. You're right. Potted plants out front. Do your kids, when they walk in the door, they just leave the door open? It's like, I have I'm sure every parent has a laundry list of peeves with their kid, but my 12-year-old Cannon, he comes in and the door is just swinging open, and it's just like, guys,
hey, mosquitoes, come
and
on
you can
in.
just he's
He's in there, get him. He's the one that's glowing.
There's a small, only about a 2-minute window per day, but we get an average of 85 mosquitoes in the house.
I know.
In that amount of time.
Rocco's the same way. Luckily, Magnolia is just as freaked out as I am about mosquitoes, so she's always yelling at her brother, too.
Good, okay.
But the little one, I mean, maybe it's because he's a boy. I don't know, but he just don't care.
Yeah, and they just, the mosquitoes come in the front door and they fly right into my office, and just here they come. And then...
Oh, you're a buffet.
By the time my wife and son have sat down at the table to do the work, I'm in there swatting and swinging at the air, and they're like, oh my gosh, he is really losing it. So that's where we're just, you can see the path of dysfunction at my house.
So on the mosquito tip, if you want, I found this awesome product because we have a ton of standing water and mosquitoes are constantly a problem. They're called mosquito dunks, and you put them in standing water and they float. And what they do is they make it so mosquitoes can't reproduce. Oh. It's all natural, too.
It's mosquito birth control?
Basically. So they'll continually have the little mosquito eggs, but none of them will ever birth into mosquitoes.
Fascinating.
And that's how it diminishes their population in standing water.
How much this product set you back?
It was like $4 off the internet. In fact, I have about 12 left over. I only needed one.
Yeah.
And I broke it into half because they're giant. So you can actually split it amongst 4 plants or something.
How about that?
So I'll bring it in for you.
Yeah.
And about a month later, you'll notice maybe 20 to 30% less mosquitoes.
I gotta try. Oh, that's
each
amazing.
month thereafter, it slowly diminishes their population.
Look at Dennys.
He's always got some kind of cool gadget, doesn't he? Some little hack, some secret.
There's like 2 little mini lakes behind where I live. Could I just throw one of those things in the mini lake?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's so cool.
And what's cool, it uses a bacteria, and the bacteria is a birth control only to mosquitoes, so it isn't harmful. Your cats, not that you should encourage it, but your cats can even drink from the same water.
Wow.
And it's not poisonous. It just prevents them from reproducing.
That's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
So
And what's
brilliant.
it called again?
it's called mosquito dunks.
You got it on Amazon?
They got them on Amazon for $4. You get 12 of them.
DUNKS, dunks? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, dunks.
Dunks. Mosquito dunks.
You just toss it in some water, leave it alone, and then the mosquito population just diminishes.
I am dunking my whole area.
Wow.
I'll bring him in. They're a lifesaver.
Damn, Dennys, look at you.
Love that.
What don't you know?
I know. He's just always got something amazing.
He's always on the let me save your day tip.
Yeah, that's brilliant. You know, it's only the female mosquitoes that bite you.
Really?
It is. Yeah, it's not the males. It's all those. So if you've gotten bit by a mosquito, it was a woman that did it to you. Just,
Well, what did you do to piss her off? That's what you got to look at.
I'm just delicious, Virginia. I'm just delicious.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in just a second, Jenny Garth and Tori Spelling from Beverly Hills 90210 are now answering back to the allegation that Jessica Alba threw out there, saying that back in the day, Jessica said when she was on the show, she couldn't make eye contact with Jenny Garth or Tori Spelling. Jenny and Tori now have their retort, and you'll hear what they have to say coming up in just a second. Before we get into that, this is kind of crazy. Ed Sheeran was once told he would never make it in the music industry unless he dyed his red hair black. In a new interview, I guess the former manager said that basically that's what everybody was telling him. They said, you're not going to go anywhere. You got to dye your hair black. Give up the rapping. You have to drop the looping pedal. Like all these things that he believed in and his hair color that I think made him just so unique and different and stand out. And girls just fell for it. So happy that he didn't listen to anything they were trying to mold him into.
Yeah, I got to tell you, honestly, like, people, you just got to realize you have to be you. And too often, I mean, we've even had this in radio where people are like, well, no, your show needs to be this. And be like, our show can't. We're just not that kind of people to do that kind of show. And this happens all the time in entertainment. You know, Elvis Presley was a natural blonde.
Really?
He always dyed his hair jet black. Yeah, he would have been blonde.
I like him with black hair, though.
So you would have said change.
They would have been right on that one.
Yeah.
His hair is popping.
Yeah.
Elvis?
He was blonde.
Damn.
I know, right? Isn't that weird? Can you imagine Elvis as a blonde?
You blew my mind just now. I don't know if I can keep going.
That's why we're here. Yeah.
Katy Perry is using a funny technique to get people to turn out to vote. She is encouraging fans on Instagram to get pumped to vote. And she's hooked herself up to a breast pump where she's getting milk for her baby. Get it? Get pumped to vote.
That's clever.
Pumping my boobs. So there you go. That's an attention grabber.
That is, yes. Everybody likes to pay attention to boobs.
And Jenny Garth and Tori Spelling are responding to the rumors that back in the day on Beverly Hills 90210, Jessica Alba was not allowed to look them in the eye. They believe that it may have been a memo from the producers or the showrunners that the stars say they didn't even know about. They say, we had no idea. We have vague memories of working with her, and they remember her being super talented, but they didn't put it out there that Jessica Alba couldn't look them in the eye. They believe it was the producers or directors that put that memo out there.
Mm-hmm. And here last week, I was blaming Shannon Doherty for this.
No, I don't think it was any of the actors. I think it went above them.
Okay.
And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day.
All righty.
It's time for viral audio.
So how's your kids? How's your wife?
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Boys, I was going to bed last night. People were just losing their minds over President Trump getting out of the hospital last night and then getting to the White House and then removing his mask before he went in. And, oh, goodness, it was just, wow. People were just, whoa, Virginia, I'm telling you. I don't know if we're going to make it another month. That's just crazy.
A lot of people in the White House have it now, right?
Yeah, his press secretary has got it, and so it's kind of spread.
Two people that work for her got it.
Yeah, I don't have the whole laundry list, but
It's a lot.
It is several people that have now contracted the COVID that have connections to the White House. Here he is talking about his illness, President Trump.
I just left Walter Reed Medical Center, and I learned so much about coronavirus. And one thing that's for certain, don't let it dominate you. Don't be afraid of it. You're going to beat it. We have the best medical equipment. We have the best medicines, all developed recently. And you're going to beat it. I didn't feel so good. And 2 days ago, I felt great, like better than 20 years ago. Don't let it dominate. Don't let it take over your lives. As your leader, I had to do that. I knew there's danger to it, but I had to do it. I stood out front. I led. Nobody that's a leader would not do what I did. And I know there's a risk, there's a danger, but that's okay. And now I'm better, and maybe I'm immune. I don't know. But don't let it dominate your lives. We have the best medicines in the world, and the vaccines are coming momentarily.
Okay, there you go. Well, I know you're going to be shocked, but just that statement set people crazy. So there you go. That's the latest fight. And we've got until Election Day, just less than a month now to make it there. And Florida is going to be a hotspot, just so you know. Get ready for it. Joe Biden was all over South Florida yesterday. He was in Little Haiti, a Little Havana, and Miami. And then he was on TV last night from the Perez Art Museum on NBC with Lester Holt. So he was on there talking, and they had a lot to do with that. So you can definitely tell, as always, Florida is a very important state. And depending upon the numbers, and I've seen them swinging all over the place, it looks like it's a razor-thin margin on a state that these two guys really want to win. So if you're really sick of presidential politics, it's only going to get worse.
You may want to go hide in a hole for a month.
It's going to get a lot worse here for the next 3 to 4 weeks. So that is my early warning to you all.
The KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway is on.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us when you listen at work throughout the workday at WRMF.com. And listen for KVJ to call your name at 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. Then call us back in 10 minutes and claim your $200 in free groceries. Putting food on your table, South Florida.
Thank you.
Powered by Scott Smith Injury Law. Playing the best variety from the 2000s, 10s, and today for your workday. 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
Well, yesterday, to start off the show, Jaybird was still a little run down, and so he went home to go get a COVID test, and then they weren't doing the testing yesterday.
Of course, as luck would have it.
Right. So he's going to go today. I thought we'd check in with Bird, who's dialing in right now. What's going on, Jaybird?
Hello, my friends. How are you? I miss y'all.
How are you feeling today?
I feel a lot better today, to be quite honest with you.
Okay, well, that's good news.
Yeah.
Do you
I feel
have
a lot better.
Do you have any of those traditional COVID symptoms going on?
I don't feel like I do today. I mean, I really do feel a lot better today. I started feeling better last night. I try to get some extra sleep. I really don't think I have COVID. I'm not 100% sure. I really feel like I stopped drinking caffeine, and I think I'm having a terrible caffeine crash. Everything I read up seems to kind of support what's going on with my body, and I had a bunch of people email me talking about, I guess, the keto flu, when you cut out a bunch of stuff, which I've been doing. I've been trying to get a little healthier in October. I feel like I cut out a bunch of stuff, and it really just kind of, it's kicking me in the butt.
Yeah, I've experienced it because I've gone onto the keto diet 2 separate times. The first time I didn't notice anything, and I'd heard about it. The second time I went on, I did. I had a little bit of that, like, when you get kind of the achy, like, something's going on in my body. I had that for a couple days, and I just didn't feel quite right, and the energy was a little bit off. Somebody, one of my trainers had told me and likened it to a car that runs on regular gas and you're switching over to diesel. Your form of fuel is different when you go from carbohydrates to fats. And that is your body kind of making the transition over that some people get it and then some people get it sometimes and not others. So I got it once and not the other time. But.
And it's documented. I mean, lots of people get it. So it's definitely not like you're some anomaly. It's normal.
And it was a couple days that I felt some remnants of it, and then I got back to normal.
I mean, I hope I just got the veggie flu. I mean, I hope it's not the corona. I hope it's nothing else. But I will say, I mean, Virginia, you hung out with me on Saturday, and I felt like a Mack truck hit me.
Yeah, I didn't know you weren't feeling bad because you didn't say anything until we were walking around on the lot outside at Off Lease Only. And, it's like the middle of the day, and the Florida sun was cooking us like we were chicken nuggets out there. It was hot. And Bird was like, I got to sit down. I'm like, are you okay? And I thought he was just maybe winded from walking the lot in the heat.
Yeah.
But maybe...
Well, I mean, I'm not that out of shape.
I didn't know.
I mean, good Lord, you're making me sound like I'm 98 years old. I get that I look it.
This feeble guy
I'm
here.
trying not to judge, but all of a sudden, when I finally looked at you, I was like, oh, he don't look so good.
Well, you guys got to keep in mind, too, I was coming off a major soda run. Maybe one of the biggest ones I ever had in my life. I don't know if I knew in my heart this might have been the last one. I knew that I had to stop drinking soda because it's always been it's been the monkey on my back that I've never been able to get off. And I don't know, it hit me really, really hard. I've been so irritable. I've been so, I don't know. It's been rough.
Yeah, I noticed the irritable. Definitely.
I think that's just maybe you, Virginia. I don't know if that has anything to do with caffeine. I texted you yesterday, Virginia. You didn't text me back.
Ghosted him?
Oh, I gotta go look. I'm sorry.
Virginia ghosted me. You can tell I'm lonely. I'm texting V about Big Brother, and then she didn't text me back, and I'm all sad.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll text you right now.
That is so disappointing. You just talk to him right now.
Yeah, I don't want your afterthought text.
Oh.
So just to give you guys an update, the earliest I could get today was 11:45 at the Palm Beach ballpark.
Okay.
So I figured I'll do a Facebook Live video when I get my results.
Yeah. You're not allowed to video the process because I wanted to, and there's big signs up that say you can't video you getting your test. But, like, as soon as you pull, like, in and out, I think you can video it. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. They told me I couldn't video last time. I do want to clear up a few rumors that was said yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I am definitely not giving up pizza and all that stuff. I'm just taking a month off.
Oh, I got you. It's kind of like how October seems to be that month for whatever reason. Didn't you say Becca was doing the booze-free October or whatever?
Well, Beckett is doing it. My sister is doing it. My dad is doing it. I know some other of my friends are all doing it. So I said, screw it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're jumping in with all the friends and family to put a focus on the health for the month of October?
It won't last till the 15th. There's no way I don't have. I'll be hung over with pizza stains on my shirt by the 15th.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go.
You're only giving yourself a week more?
Hey, Bird, you got anything else on your mind today?
No, that's it. I know I'm talking a lot. You got to keep in mind I haven't really talked to anybody in about 48 hours, so I've got a lot of energy.
Okay, well, that's good. It sounds like you're feeling a lot better, and hopefully, COVID-free. If you're feeling great and you don't seem to be having any of the other symptoms, you having headaches or any kind of cough, or how's your sense of smell, taste, all that stuff?
Just a lot of confusion. Just like I said, couldn't sleep. Couldn't really bad nausea, and really, really overly fatigued. Kind of like something was going on. But again, I felt like that was possibly caffeine. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. I know my wife, she did the whole where she got off caffeine, and it was noticeable. She had, some stuff where she'd get headaches and things like that. It was
Did
a
she
tough
do caffeine
transition.
every day?
She was really kind of starting that. She's pretty much jumped off of it. Every now and then she'll have a cup of coffee, but she really tried to get away from it. But I know it was a transition that was tough if you've done a lot of caffeine.
You guys did that story yesterday about Tommy Lee doing, drinking, I guess, gallons of
2 gallons
vodka?
a day of vodka, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I was the Tommy Lee of soda. I was drinking a lot of Tahitian treat, a lot of sport.
Yeah.
I had to get away, guys. I had to go to soda rehab.
Yeah. Well, anytime you make any kind of drastic change with your diet, even if it's going from not so great to, really clean, your body will notice.
And the older you get.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm getting older, but I will say today is a day where I'm really kind of feeling like myself again. So that's a positive to take away.
Okay, well, hopefully you'll get that negative test a little bit later on today and get you back in here tomorrow.
Love it.
Okay. Yeah, some interesting stuff about even COVID that I had seen about that. They say that more than 80% of those hospitalized with the coronavirus have got neurological symptoms. It's one of the weird things they're kind of finding out about it. They're finding that as you're going in, people are experiencing headaches, dizziness, muscle pain, altered mental function, and things like that. And they say that those people who have those symptoms are staying in the hospital 3 times longer, and the risk of death is 7 times higher. You have those. So that seems to be the one weird anomaly of this coronavirus, that if, unfortunately, you kind of go down that path, and, I did test positive, the only thing that I had even noticed was the headaches. And
the cough.
Yeah, the cough, if it wasn't bronch, and it was just that I had COVID and not bronchitis, and I got misdiagnosed.
You could have had both.
Yeah.
Totally could have had both.
So one cough would have been for, we'll give that one to COVID, and we'll give this one to bronchitis?
I don't know which one was which, but it's possible to have both completely.
Yeah. So whatever it might have been, but they say that that might be it, is that some people are experiencing those kind of things with it. And as far as like getting tested, the thing to let people know, when we first kind of got into it and we started to go through our tests, I didn't know a lot about it. I didn't know how easy it was going to be. I didn't know what the processes were. What I had known about it was going in 3 to 5 days later, getting a result, but then, like Jaybird is right now, sitting out 3 to 5 days waiting for your result. And now that I know where the rapid testing sites are and a little bit of the ins and outs, it is very valuable information that if you just start to feel a little bit off, and I'm sure that at some point, as this thing's dragging on for 7 months, I mean, a lot of people will experience some kind of malady in 7 months.
And instead of worrying and stressing and thinking, oh my gosh, do I got the corona? Am I spreading it? You can go and quickly get the test and quickly get your results and get back to life and know if you need to lock yourself up or if you need to just get back out there because you only have a little cold or something.
It starts with the Gov2Go app, and download that for free on your phone. And Mel sent an email. She said, I was listening to you guys talking about getting the test, and then she said, I'm not sure why this isn't more widely publicized. And maybe that's just it, because I had to find out myself, and that's why I keep trying to tell people about it, because I hadn't heard about it. I didn't know what the process was. And she said that you get a free rapid COVID test. Absolutely. There are the 4 locations that I know of. You got the 15 ballpark at the Palm Beaches in Palm Beach County, Holiday Park in Broward. Then you got Hard Rock Stadium, and then you've got Marlins Park in Miami-Dade. So you got those 4 places that you can choose from. And she said, I'm a Broward resident, and I went to go get tested at Hard Rock Stadium. And it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter for me either. I mean, I crossed over, I'm a Palm Beach resident, went through Broward, went to Miami-Dade.
You just have to make an appointment. You can't show up.
Right.
You make an appointment on the app. It's super, super easy.
Yeah, but they've got so many appointments that were open, at least when I did it. And I assume by looking at the numbers, it's probably the same way. She said, I was in and out in less than 5 minutes, tested negative, by the way. Quick, easy, painless, free swab up the nose. You got the results before you get home.
Yeah, it's really super easy.
She said, I recommend going around 2 to 4 p.m. so you beat the before work rush and the lunch rush. So that's Mel's advice on how to do it. So now that you know, go get it done. What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, today we are participating. I'm sorry, not today. Tomorrow we are participating in the most cool thing ever. It is Pediatric Nurses Week all this week. And nurses have been through so much through this whole crisis and the craziness of COVID. Just take a moment. If you know a nurse, if you have one in your life, or maybe you're friends with one on Facebook, drop them a note. Tell them thank you. And then tomorrow we are so excited. Little Smiles is sending us to St. Mary's because we're bringing them a bunch of snacks and lunch.
Oh, that's cool.
And catering a whole thing. We're making a fun video of it. So it's Pediatric Nurses Week all week long. Tell a nurse how much you love them and appreciate them.
Beautiful. Okay, love that.
Yeah.
Real quick, what I got on my mind, a couple quick shout outs in the sports world. This is basically the only point where I can do this and people don't get upset that I talk about sports. One, throwing out thoughts to FSU, Florida State coaching legend Bobby Bowden. He's tested positive for COVID-19. I think he's 90.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So, best wishes to him. It sounds like initially, okay, he's a tough old coot. So
good.
Hopefully he can shake it and no issues there. So throwing out, love and prayers out to Bobby Bowden. And a couple other things just to let you know, today is a big day. You have got the Miami Heat, of course, playing the Lakers tonight. That's 9 o'clock on ABC. This is Game 4 of the NBA championship. Lakers lead 2-1, but that amazing Jimmy Butler game last game. And, they're thinking LeBron is laying in the weeds and he is going to be super motivated and LeBron will single-handedly try to beat the Heat tonight.
Well, he doesn't want Jimmy to be the headline.
Well, and there was a little bit of celebration on Jimmy Butler's part, and LeBron was upset and left the court early, and so he has that look. LeBron, we know LeBron from his Heat days, and so
he'll come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, that probably is the thought. LeBron will probably be a beast tonight, so we'll see. And the Heat still right now possibly have two of their best players. Goran Dragic, without a doubt, I think will be out tonight. Bam Adebayo, maybe. I think he's been upgraded to doubtful or probable or possible or something like that, whatever it is.
Okay.
And then also, too, the Marlins start a 5-game series against the Braves in the NL Division Series. That is going to be taking place at 2 o'clock today. You can watch Game 1 from Houston, Texas. Again, they're doing weird things where they take them to different places. So that is going to be going on. It's going to be on Fox Sports 1 if you want to watch that this afternoon. Like I said, it gives you a good excuse to start your cocktails a little bit before happy hour. So jump on that. And then the other thing I wanted to share here real quick, I thought this was an interesting concept. Think like you're 80 years old. Now, I know you may be going, okay, what does this mean exactly? But a psychologist found that people in their 80s are happier than the rest of us.
Huh.
And there were 3 main reasons. And there's no reason why you got to wait until the age of 80 to do any of this stuff. You could do it now. They said, 1, they have a purpose. And I know sometimes when people do get older, they don't feel like they have a purpose. But the lesson in life is always find a sense of purpose, something that you're doing to help out. And even at the age of 80, you can do something. So always have a purpose. 2, 80-year-olds stress less. So don't sweat the small stuff, they say in that book, Virginia.
Yeah.
And they live in the moment. They know, hey, I don't know how much longer I have. And I think for us, we're thinking, I'm going to be happy when.
When I get this, or when
I'll be happy when.
This paid off.
Yes.
Yeah.
I won't be happy until.
But don't miss the moments because it's about the journey.
3 steps 80-year-olds use to be happy.
I like that.
Yeah, that we can all adopt today. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, got some random questions for you and another quick round of who costs more on Cameo. These celebrities that will charge to leave a personal message for you or for a loved one. You can go on there and you can basically pay amount of money. Who do you think costs more? We were just talking about Tori Spelling. Do you think it's more expensive to get her or Urkel, Jaleel White? Who costs more on Cameo?
Tori or Urkel? Oh, that's a good one.
Tori or Urkel?
I think Tori's having money problems, so I'm going to say Urkel costs more.
You think Urkel costs more, so Tori's downgrading?
I do.
Okay. All right, well, I'll let you know the answer on that coming up next.
Check out KVJ TV on YouTube or just log on to kvjshow.com to watch the show now. Powered by Cleveland Clinic, where every life deserves world-class care. Now, back to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
All right, you know that site Cameo, where celebrities go and will charge you a little bit of a fee to send a recorded message to anybody you want. Short little message they'll do. And they put a price tag on it. And it's kind of interesting because for these celebrities, a lot of times it's a self-assessment as to how they put their own worth on it. And it also, too, is a statement about how much they don't want to be bothered. Because you can see some of them are saying, I'd only do it if you pay me this amount that seems to be way overpriced. So they don't really necessarily want to do these things, but they're going, look, if you're going to give me $500 or $1,000 or $2,000, all right, I'll do it.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, for a 20-second message, yeah, it's worth that for me.
Especially when they're drunk. I mean, I would pay double for any ones that are intoxicated.
The Vince Neil Hamburg is the best thing ever. The people that paid for that absolutely loved it. They've gone viral because of it. And it's hysterical. I mean, that's one of the best things ever. You're going to play that every year for that person's birthday.
You're going to play it every day for a good 6 months.
Vince Neil getting the guy's name wrong and then calling mom Womp. I mean, that's amazing.
He's got that vodka dyslexia.
Womp. What?
What? That doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so who costs more on Cameo? Got Bird pumped in from his place as he awaits the negative coronavirus test. Tori Spelling, who he's talked about from 90210, apparently makes everybody who was on the set not look her in the eye.
She said it
She'll
wasn't
refute
her.
that, yes.
She said it was producers.
Could you imagine if Urkel tried that on the set of Family Matters? Okay, so who is charging more for their cameo? Tori Spelling or Jaleel White, who played Urkel? What do you think, Virginia?
I think Tori has money problems. She should take whatever she can get.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going Urkel charges more.
Interesting. Okay, Urkel for more. Jaybird, what do you think?
It's definitely Tori Spelling that charges more. I feel like she overvalues what she kind of is worth. I'm totally locking in on Spelling.
Yeah, I could see both logic, but Virginia's the one who got it right. Tori Spelling, $99. Urkel's $199.
Huh.
$100 more.
I'd much rather get one from Tori. But yeah, she needs the cash. She has major money problems.
See, and that's crazy because I would much rather get one from Urkel.
Do you get it? Do you get it as Urkel or do you get it as the actor?
I would hope he would do it as Urkel, but I think he steers away from that. At least there was a point in his life where Jaleel White, I think he got in the gym and he wanted to be kind of like a playboy. And so I don't know. Sometimes people don't necessarily embrace that character, especially if it was one that wasn't considered a sex object.
Well, if they don't want to be typecast anymore, I want to have range.
Yeah, you're right. If I get regular Jaleel White, you're right. There's nothing exciting about that.
Kind of bummed. I think it's a ripoff if you don't get Urkel.
I agree.
Yeah, and it should be stated, does not do Urkel if it's Jaleel White.
Does not do Urkel. Does not get cameos.
Right. Does not get paid. Lance Bass or Sebastian Bach. He was the lead singer of a band called Skid Row.
Oh,
from the late 80s, early 90s. Now, in their heyday, and neither one of them are there right now. I mean, Lance Bass, you still hear him on the radio with NSYNC and all those hits. But I'd have to argue, I don't know. I think that, Skid Row might have had just as many or close to it hits as Lance Bass. And then, again, it's about how much you value yourself and how much you want to be troubled by doing a cameo video.
Well, I mean, maybe you don't know as much about what Lance Bass is up to as I do, but he was recently on Vanderpump Rules where he officiated the wedding of Jackson
He's
Brittany.
doing a lot of stuff. He's doing more stuff than Sebastian Bach now, I agree. Yeah,
in my world.
Yeah, if you're only comparing musical careers, but yeah, I think Lance Bass is a bigger figure right now than Sebastian Bach. I had to go deep in explaining who that cat is.
But is Lance Bass more self-aware than Sebastian Bach?
That's a great question. So who's charging more for their cameo video?
This is a tough one.
You're right. He is. Sebastian Bach is less self-aware than Lance Bass, Virginia.
Yeah. So who do you think? Jaybird, do you think Sebastian Bach is charging more?
I think Sebastian Bach is charging more. I think he thinks it's 1987. Man.
I agree with the bird. I think he's probably a delusional hairband rocker.
Yeah, that sums it up perfectly.
I've seen a lot of Sebastian Bach lately. I've been watching a lot of music documentaries, and he's been popping up. the guy's out of touch a little bit.
He's way out of touch. Lance Bass is asking for $249 for a Cameo video.
Okay.
Sebastian Bach wants $420.
$420.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Not kidding you. It'll cost you $420 if you want Sebastian Bach to do your Cameo video.
That's amazing.
Okay, what about comedians? Tommy Chong versus Andrew Dice Clay. Who costs more on the website Cameo to get a personalized message from them?
Ooh. Tommy Chong versus Clay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Clay is charging more.
Clay, okay, yeah. One was really big in the 70s, one big in the 80s. Jaybird, what do you think?
I feel like Clay's definitely charging more for the same reasons we've talked about everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tommy Chong smokes weed. Most people that smoke weed are down to earth and self-aware. And I think he would realize, it's been a while.
Tommy Chong wants $150 for a Cameo video. Andrew Dice Clay wants $299.
Okay. I think we've cracked your game. We've figured it out.
It is the self-awareness. How big of an ego do you think these celebrities have as to how much they charge for their Cameo video? Bethany Frankel versus Deborah Messing from Will and Grace. Who wants more for a Cameo video?
Oh, this one's tough. I love Bethany. She's my top 3 all-time housewives.
Oh, I know. That's why I put her in there for you.
Oh, but Deborah Messing is a legit sitcom star from a major network show, but it's been a minute.
Yeah.
I think Deborah Messing charges more.
Okay. Jaybird, what do you think?
Absolutely. Deborah Messing charges more because she's Hollywood, she's an actor, and they always feel like they're slightly better than everyone else. So she thinks it's still 1998. Definitely Messenger. Whatever her name is.
Messenger? Deborah Messenger?
The Messenger.
Corona, bro.
Yeah. Deborah Messing is asking for $325 for a Cameo video. Bethany Frankel, $299.
Oh, we got it right. We're killing this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more. I'll lean this one in Jaybird's world. Sean Astin, Rudy. He also is in Lord of the Rings and Goonies. Back in the day.
Yes. We love Goonies.
Okay. So his Cameo video versus Billy D. Williams, Lando Calrissian from Star Wars. Who wants more for their Cameo video? Jaybird, I'll let you take the lead on this.
Without a doubt, Billy D. Williams. He's a legend. He's going to probably ask for a lot more. And Rudy has got a very good head on his shoulder. I think he knows his worth. Okay.
Do you have any thoughts to add, Virginia?
I'm going to agree with the bird because I don't know anything about Star Wars or
Right.
Billy D. But, yeah, I'm going with the bird.
He is correct. But it was close. It's Billy D. Williams wants $300 for his Cameo video. Sean Astin, $295.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Sean Astin is considered a legend, too, when you look at The Lord of the Rings and you look at, Goonies and all that. Rudy.
Yeah. No, he's done some great stuff, so you can't argue with it. He's right up there as well. All right, coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Yesterday, remember somebody was calling me out for how many times I was saying like?
Yes.
On the After the Show podcast.
Because we had just been making fun of that show Love Island on CBS where they said like a bunch of times.
Yeah, Jaybird, that show wrap up yet?
It did wrap up. I meant to send you that in the email I sent you. It's over. We have a winner. It's done. There'll be no more Like Island this year, I promise.
Okay, well, I guess the grand finale is going to be me. So,
Kev Island.
Yeah, Kev Island. From the CBS show Love Island, we were playing Like Island, a game where we took like a 30-second clip and we would see how many times the person would say like in that amount of time. And I've told you, I think that likes are very contagious. Once you get going, it's really tough to stop.
Especially if you hang out with younger people.
Yeah.
It just becomes a rhythm.
It does. It does. And we had a really good one just a couple days ago, we played Like Island, and what do we have, like a 30-second clip, and I think they got to about 17, 18 likes in that amount of time.
She was an all-star.
She was pretty good.
That was one of the best we've ever heard.
Yeah.
I figured that was a good one.
Oh, my
Finished
gosh. She was amazing.
So somebody had said, yeah, I heard Kevin on the After the Show podcast, and I will admit that if I start hearing like and I get around it, then boom, I will pick it right up. It's but like. I sound just like I'm on the show. So how many times did I use the word like in this 32-second clip? Counting on me. What are your guesses on this?
32 seconds.
Yeah.
I know you didn't do as many as they do on the show, right? So I'm going to go 11.
Gonna go 11. Virginia thinks. Okay. Jaybird, do you have a guess on this?
I don't see how you could possibly go past 11, right? If you're in Love Island category.
That is troubling.
Yeah, I'm going to go under. I'm going to say you said 9.
Okay. 9, and you know what? I'll shock the world. I will put myself in that category.
Over?
I'm going to say 13. I'm going to go 13.
And you haven't heard the clip.
I haven't heard the clip,
Okay.
but I can
I
only
agree.
imagine.
When you get into the teen number, Kev, that would be Love Island category.
It is, yeah. If I break 13, then you're right. I belong on the show. Okay, here we go. Kev's Like Island. I walked out of that meeting and I went right into John's office. I'm like, I'm going to West Palm. He's like, okay, that's 2.
That's 2.
2 already. This might get confusing because you're going to hear my recording and then my real voice. Okay, so we got 2 so far. He's like, why? He's like, why would you? And I'm like, wow, that's
5.
5. And we're only 9 seconds in. Because I can't do that to you. I'm like, I'm going to suck. Okay, that is 6.
Yes.
I'm like, I've never hosted a show. I'm like, it's not going to be good, man. I'm like, I need to go 2 more. We're at 8.
You're at 9.
9.
You're at 9. I got 9.
You got 9.
Wow, okay.
9.
17 seconds in.
Cut my teeth.
Yeah, I need to learn how to do this. I'm like, I can't do that to you because if I go here and I fail on this, I'm not just killing myself. I'm like, it was... Okay, and that's 2 more, so I'm at 11.
You are.
Okay, I've already passed Jaybird's number. I'm at your number right now, and there's 5 seconds left, Virginia. Can we get to 13 likes? It was kind of veiled to me that, like, you take a bullet, too. And I'm
And
like,
you knew John's wife and kids.
we got 13, did we not?
I think I have 12.
I thought
12. You are not Love Island bound, Kevin.
Were you got 12 too? I don't know why I can't. I thought there was 2 more at the end there. Okay, only 12?
I have 12. I could be wrong.
Wow. That's still really impressive, though.
It's a strong showing.
Yeah.
For a man almost 50.
For a middle-aged man to drop 12 likes in 32 seconds, I got a gift. You
were telling a story, and that's the thing. I think when you get on a roll and you're telling a story and you're trying to make it compelling, and maybe you are pausing for buffering.
Who knows? I don't know why that just happened, but it did. It's a great call, too. Thank you very much for the email.
So the actual count is 13.
It
There
is?
was one snuck one in there.
I thought so, yeah.
So Kevin was correct.
Don't
Kevin
take away
was
my
right.
likes.
Sorry.
Yeah, I am. Very nice. Nice count there, Dennys. Oh, yeah, everybody's saying, it was 13,
13?
no doubt.
My ears are old.
Okay, impressive stuff. 13 likes in 32 seconds. Nice. Not a lot of celebrity birthdays today, but I'd throw this in with the news that we had yesterday about Cobra Kai. It's already been renewed for a season 4, season 3. They announced the date. It's going to be coming out here before too long. That show is powering on. And the big question, will Elizabeth Shue, who was in the original Karate Kid movie, will she be jumping into season 3 or season 4? Have you heard anything more about that, Jaybird?
I am guessing that you're going to see Elizabeth Shue. I think you also might see Mike Barnes and possibly Terry Silver from Karate Kid 3.
Whoa, okay. Well, Elizabeth Shue's having a birthday today. Jaybird, any guess how old she is?
She is probably 59.
57.
Okay.
Close. He's on it. 57 years old for Elizabeth Shue today. Happy birthday to her. Also, happy birthday to Christina from Shelby and Steven. And happy birthday to Benjamin, turning 6 today. This is coming from Anderson, South Carolina. Very nice. Right next to Clemson. That's where my family's from, Virginia, Anderson.
Good people.
Yeah, they. My cousin works at the John Deere plant.
Of course he does. Wait, agriculture's big there?
Yes, I know. Go figure, huh? Love you, Mommy, Daddy, Brett, and Boots the cat.
Oh, Boots.
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 So there you go. Happy birthday there to Anderson, South Carolina. No matter where you might be, you can get a birthday shout out here in the KVJ Show. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. Well, this has got to be a challenge. A single dad is trying to figure out how to properly deal with his daughter's period.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, the monthly friend thing is coming up, and he's a little bit of a loss, not having dealt with it himself. What recommendations would you give for this single dad to help him out? We'll take your calls coming up next. So how does a single dad deal with his daughter's period? We got an email here, and it says, I'm a single dad, and I just moved to South Florida in January, and I don't have any friends. It's just myself and my 11-year-old daughter. The other night, she asked me about getting her period, and I was so startled and taken aback by the question that I feel like I really screwed it up. I told her that she should look on the internet for any questions that she had, and then I changed the subject quickly.
Aww.
I will admit I'm not good at these things. Her mom had passed away 4 years ago, and I've had to raise her on my own. Sometimes I lack on the motherly side. I fear that my daughter got her period, and she's afraid to tell me, and I don't really know for sure or really even how to talk about it. She maybe is just curious. Either way, I don't feel like I handled it well. Do you have any advice for a clueless father? I feel like I blew it on a very important moment in my daughter's life.
Well, you can never blow it with honesty. So if you come to her, even today, after the fact, and say, hey, you know, I don't know about this stuff, but why don't we go on the internet together? Why don't we figure it out together? Why don't we ask somebody together? It's okay to not know. It is okay to send her out into the wild, wild west of the internet by herself, though. That's not what you want to do.
Okay.
Guide her, help her, and learn together. And it's okay to ask maybe a trusted family female person if she has any aunts, or maybe, I mean, I'll be happy to help.
Okay.
Whatever I can do. I'll give you my cell phone.
Somebody texted and said that he needs to order the Hello Flow kit. It's FLO. You order it online, it explains it all in the booklet there, and there's a booklet even for parents and the child in the kit.
Oh.
Yeah, so it would be kind of a starter kit that would walk you through it, and anything that might be uncomfortable you don't know how to bring up, the book will do all the work for you.
But just tell her, you know, this is nothing to be embarrassed about. I'm a man, obviously. I don't know about these things, but maybe I handled it wrong when you first asked me the question. I want to handle it right. Let's figure this out together, because I'm your parent and I love you and I want to do this right.
Okay, well, there you go. There is a good solution,
Yeah.
hopefully a suggestion.
And you can do one of those period parties you told us about a few years ago, Kev. Remember women were having period parties for their daughters? That's not weird.
No,
Yeah.
do not do a period party. That's horrible.
They were serving red velvet cake, which I'm like,
I mean-
"Ugh." I mean, when you make that connection and the correlation, hey, I get trying to normalize it, but let's not go red velvet cake at a period party, all right? I mean, we don't need fruit punch.
It's a lot.
You know, I mean, come on. That seems to me, it's like, no, I'll pass. Not really feeling like that right now.
That's going the wrong way.
That's what I feel like, too. You know, there's something really cool going on here in South Florida. Megan Enriquez, she's a 16-year-old junior at Grandview Prep in Boca Raton, and she's put together a local chapter. It's called Period, Boca Raton, in all caps. Period is actually a national organization started in 2014 by two teens with a passion for periods. And now Megan Enriquez has brought this to South Florida, and her after-school club has been organizing weekly period packing parties on Zoom, where members gather pads, tampons, and soap, and they send them to South Florida nonprofits that support impoverished women.
Oh, I love that.
And her Boca Raton chapter, which has about a dozen teen members, has distributed about 40,000 pads and tampons since it was founded in March. They say 1 in 5 low-income American women struggle to afford menstrual hygiene products each month.
Oh,
20%.
what a beautiful charity this kid did. And she's in high school?
She is in high school, junior at Grandview Prep.
Wow, kid, you're awesome.
Yeah, and she's going to be speaking today at 6 p.m. as part of a Delray Beach Public Library series on breaking the taboos of menstruation. And we're just kind of talking about, I think they're doing it also streaming things so you can watch if you don't feel like going personally to the library to see it.
Good for her.
Yeah. And in case you want to celebrate or get your red velvet cake, just to let you know, coming up on October 10th, which is this Saturday, it is Period's second annual National Period Day. So Saturday is going to be National Period Day. So Jaybird, if you'd like to celebrate your menstrual cycle, Saturday would be the day to do it, in case you want to do that. So just to let you know.
It's an odd thing. I don't know if I want to have a party and like celebrate it and stuff, but it is good to learn about it, sure, and help others that are struggling.
It's kind of an interesting fine line between normalizing it and, I feel like we're going a little too far. You know?
Yeah, it's like having a party for something that you're not so happy about getting. You're like, ah.
You know, packing together the supplies, that's great and beautiful. Punch and red velvet cake seems like it's too much.
Amen.
Yeah, there's definitely a line when you get to all this stuff. But great job on doing that stuff. That was really cool. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes on the KVJ show, maybe something Jaybird can invest in. What chain restaurants are recovering the quickest from the pandemic?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, some people are starting to go out and get some food here. Which ones are doing the best? I'll let you know next. Well, everybody is set differently when it comes to getting back out into life in the pandemic that we got going on right here. Virginia, you have eaten out how many times since the pandemic?
Inside or outside?
Just going to a restaurant.
I would say maybe 6.
Wow, okay. So you really kind of opened it up there.
Well, most of those are outdoor dining, but
okay.
Yeah,
but still, you're at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jaybird, how many times do you think you've gone out to eat at a restaurant or a place where you were there and you consumed your food there?
I have only done it once since the pandemic, and then I went to a bar twice, but it was very, very isolated. So those are the only 3 things I've done where I've sat down in a public place.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm pretty much where I was pre-pandemic. I'll go out and got no problem, but for the most part, trying to do the outdoor whenever it's available. And I saw that there is one place that is actually rebounding pretty quickly that has some new outdoor dining that, at least new to me. Applebee's is one of the top restaurants on recovering the fastest after the pandemic. And I saw the one there at Military in Okeechobee. I'm like, I didn't notice they had outdoor dining before.
Huh.
And they had a nice little patio. I'm like, I think the Queen and I are going to have to go try that out. Go to a little Applebee's. They say that Applebee's one of the top 3. They say the restaurants recovering the fastest. Texas Roadhouse is 1. Olive Garden, Applebee's, Chili's, and Dennys. All kind of fitting in that group, but I guess these would be national chains.
Olive Garden, yeah, bottomless salad.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. Well, you know, you notice that doesn't Texas Roadhouse, don't they have a roll, a bread thing, too, that they do?
They do bread, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Is Applebee's a client?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Never mind.
Either. Were you about to talk crap about Applebee's?
I might have had a zinger, but I'll back it away.
It's smart, though, if they're putting an outdoor dining area, and a lot of people are saying they don't want to be inside. That's just pivoting and being smart.
South Florida's going to benefit the most because we're getting into an area where we're going to start getting really good weather here in about another 3 to 4 weeks. It's going to be very nice to eat outside, and so hopefully South Florida restaurants will be able to rebound a little bit faster. And it looks like, hey, the governor's saying no more shutdowns. We're not going back down that path, and so everything is going to be open to full capacity. If you can put them in, you can get them in. And they say that customer traffic to chain restaurants is down 58%.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a major hit.
Major.
Yeah, so those are the ones that are doing well. So.
If I test negative for the Rones today, let's go to Applebee's and get a drink, Kev.
Okay, I'm down for that outdoor dining. I'll go for the outdoor dining. You can go for the bread.
Yeah.
Oh, you're cutting out a little bit.
Oh, That's Chili's. Never mind.
What?
I'm getting Chili's and Applebee's confused. My phone's cutting out.
Yeah, it is. That's challenging.
It's tough.
Yeah, Jaybird is at home today, and we're trying to patch him into the show as much as we can. He's got to get his negative coronavirus test.
He's going today, though. He's going today, so we'll know before probably like 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, Virginia, we played a fun little game with your son, Rocco. Who does Rocco love more? You said he's a huge fan of that Peppa Pig show?
He loves Peppa Pig.
Loves Peppa Pig.
Yes.
Okay, but who does he love more, Peppa Pig or Mommy? And who does he know more about,
Pig
or Mommy?
Are you going to make him pick?
Well, we're going to see. Basically, he's going to be able to say, how much does he know about Peppa Pig? How much does he know about his mom, Virginia? We'll find out from Rocco next.
Check out KVJ TV on YouTube or just log on to kvjshow.com to watch the show now. Powered by Cleveland Clinic, where every life deserves world-class care. Now, back to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Virginia's son, Rocco, is a big fan of that Peppa the Pig show.
Loves Peppa Pig. It talks in a British accent quite frequently because of Peppa Pig.
Okay, so working on his British, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So we wanted to see, who does her son Rocco love more, Peppa Pig or his mommy Virginia? Basically, how much does he know about each and who does he know better, you or the pig? Going into this, Virginia, did you have any thoughts as to what he might get more right on, Peppa Pig or you?
I thought maybe it would be even.
Okay. All right, well, we'll keep a score here. Points for Peppa Pig and points for Mommy.
I'm going head-to-head with this pig.
Yeah. Head-to-head with the pig.
Bring it, pig.
Okay, here are the questions that Virginia gave her son, Rocco, last night.
What is the name of Peppa Pig's brother?
Okay, Peppa Pig's brother. Okay. That seems kind of like an easy one, I would think, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's in the theme song. Yeah, it's established.
Okay. All right, let's see if we can get that.
George.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, very nice, Rocco. Okay, so 1 point for Peppa Pig. Okay, now the question about Mommy.
What is Mommy's favorite food?
Okay.
I mean, this is easy. I cook it all the time at home. It's crawfish. We have crawfish boils. He plays with the crawfish when they're alive. Like, it's established. Mommy loves crawfish. It's not even a question.
Okay, so this is a layup. This also is an easy question, just like George was an easy answer.
Absolutely.
For Peppa Pig. Okay. His answer?
Broccoli.
Oh!
Broccoli? Nobody's favorite food is broccoli.
Do you like broccoli?
I mean, I'll eat it, but it's not my favorite. I'm always pushing it on him.
Okay. Well, that's maybe why he thinks that your favorite food is broccoli. I mean, if you sell it that hard, it's got to be amazing, right?
It's not. He knows this.
Okay. Is Rocco going to tank this game? To be like, I love Peppa Pig more. Okay, here's question number 2.
What is the color of Peppa Pig's house?
Okay, Jaybird, do you know that answer?
It's clearly Paisley, Kevin.
Paisley.
I have no idea.
Okay, yeah.
Is Paisley a color?
I don't know. It's more of, I guess, an attitude.
It's an attitude, yes.
It's a pattern.
Okay. All right, Rocco's answer?
Yellow.
That's with authority. Is that correct, Virginia?
That is correct.
Whoa. All right. So far, 2 Peppa Pig questions correct. How about Mommy?
What's Mommy's favorite color?
Okay, Mommy's favorite color. Do you know that, Jaybird? Virginia's favorite color?
Well, I know you love lemons. I feel like, and you look good in yellow. I'm going yellow.
No, it's not yellow.
Well,
Never mind.
Well, if you went by her dress color,
it'd be black.
It'd be black.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Black. I'm sorry. COVID, bro. I don't know what I'm thinking over here. You're right. Black.
Black or brown. I love the color brown. Brown might be my favorite, and black is my second favorite.
Okay. We know you hate blue.
I feel dumb. I can't believe I missed that.
Let's see what Rocco has to say here.
Red.
And your favorite color is, Virginia?
Brown. It's
Brown.
not red.
Okay, jeez.
Me and Rocco love Peppa Pig way more than Virginia.
It's heartbreaking.
Okay, so far score Peppa Pig 2, Virginia 0.
The pig is dominating me.
Yeah, the pig is. All right, let's see what Rocco knows more of. A Peppa Pig question.
How old is Peppa Pig?
How old is Peppa Pig?
I didn't know this one.
Okay, this had you stumped, huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Clueless.
All right, Virginia doesn't know. Will Rocco know?
4 years old.
Wow, with authority, and we checked that, and he is correct. I guess it's one of those cartoons where they never age the cartoon character.
Yes,
it's like Bart
guess.
Simpson has, been 12 for like 30 years.
Perpetually.
Okay. All right, another point for Peppa Pig. That is 3. Let's see what Mommy's question is.
How old is Mommy?
Okay, so he knows how old the pig is. The pig is 4, and he knew that with the authority.
I would love it if Rocco's answer was, "You old?"
Is that a credible answer here? Okay, we're looking for 47, Virginia?
47, same as you.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember how old I am.
I don't either.
So I had to ask you.
I literally had to ask you like a month ago.
Yeah, so when you get old, you forget.
45.
Oh, he's close.
It's close.
But he's wrong. Okay. He's got 3 right for Peppa Pig and 3 wrong for you. This is not going in your favor.
It's a bad day in the Sinicki house. There's definitely going to be spankings.
Okay, now this is a very interesting round of questions here. This is, who does Rocco love more, Peppa Pig or his mommy, Virginia?
Name one of Peppa Pig's songs.
Oh, does like Peppa Pig, that's the one thing they do. They always sing songs.
They sing songs, yeah. So he does you one better. He doesn't just name the song, he sings the song.
Oh, wow, okay.
Peppa Pig. Linden, 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 linden. I'm Peppa Pig. This is my brother George. This is Mommy Pig. And this is Daddy Pig.
That is how the jam goes.
That's how it goes, huh? Boy,
Yeah.
that is a jam.
Yeah.
Boy, that is a jam. Okay, we'll give him a point on that. All right, so he's got a perfect score on Peppa Pig. He's got one more chance to get just one right about Mommy. So far, he's whiffed 0 for 3. Final question.
Who do you see naked more, Mommy or Daddy?
Oh, Mommy or Daddy? Jaybird, what do you think Rocco's answer would be on this?
I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've seen Panda naked just on Virginia's FaceTime call. Without a doubt, it's Panda.
He's naked a lot, huh?
Oh my God, I could draw that thing by memory.
That thing.
So it sounds like the correct answer should be Panda. Rocco says...
Daddy most of, because I saw him naked in the morning, and Aunt Stace saw him naked with his balls out.
What?
Rocco, I've seen the same thing, kid.
Wait, who did he say, Stace?
Aunt Stacy, that's Panda's sister.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's amazing.
That is pretty unbelievable. Okay. All right. Well, he finally got one right about Mommy. But Peppa Pig definitely is the favorite. Of your
Definitely.
son, Rocco.
He loves the pig more than me.
Yeah, it's not even close. That's not even close. All right, coming up here in a couple of minutes, we got some random questions, including if you found a book and it had everything that was ever said about you and who said it. Would you read it? We'll discuss coming up next. Marky Mark in the chat room is talking about another one of those landings for SpaceX. They're off the coast of Florida. They're doing a lot of activity there at Cape Canaveral these days.
Yeah, they are.
And I didn't realize this. Apparently, a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket's going to be launching a Crew Dragon spacecraft on its first operational flight with astronauts on board to the International Space Station on Halloween, October 31st. Is that a day that you would want to
No.
go into space?
Well, isn't it a day of like spooky mishaps and tricks and Can we go November 1st?
Yeah, I don't know how I would feel about it. Okay, so I'd be like, so the launch date's Halloween? Then don't you get preempted by trick or treat too? Or do you go trick or treating at the International Space Station?
I don't know. I just think those two should be separated a little bit.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. That's the plan, apparently, according to Marky Mark. Pretty cool stuff. All right. I got some random questions here. We have Jaybird, so we await his negative COVID test, hopefully today. He's patched in through the phone. Got some random questions for you here. First question I have is, what was the one thing a teacher has said that always stuck with you? One thing. Did you have one thing, Jaybird, a teacher said that always stuck with you?
Yes, there was a kid in my class named Robert, and he got hit in his nards by a ball during PE. And I just remember my fourth grade teacher, the kid was crying, and my fourth grade teacher kind of went down to a knee and tried to calm him down, and I was right there with the kid. And the teacher looked at me and the kid and goes, "It's really tough when things hit you in your family, Jules." Yeah, your family, Jules. I was like, whoa. And that always stayed with me.
That would stay with you.
Creeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other weird thing about it that always stuck out, he had an eye booger that fell into his beard, and it was in his beard for a good 20 minutes.
Oh.
And that was all within the same kind of day. It was very odd.
Dang. That is kind of odd. This is a weird cat, huh?
Guy, just a weird moment, I guess.
Yeah, I love weird teachers. They always made school so much more entertaining. What about you, Virginia? Is there one thing that a teacher has said that always stuck with you?
Back in middle school, I remember I had this teacher, and he had this like little back room where he would go and he would pour something in his coffee cup. And back in the day, like nobody really knew what it was. But thinking back on it now, I know what he was up to. He was pouring a little booze in his coffee cup.
Okay,
but
yeah.
he used to always spit wisdom about like life and how no one can tell you what your journey is. Your journey's limitless. Don't let anybody put any kind of put you in a box. You can be as big or have dreams as big as the sky. And I always loved this guy's attitude, but now that I think back on it, I think he was drunk.
He was just hammered.
In retrospect, what makes me like him even more, thank you. I followed your advice.
He was getting that that buzz. You know, when you get that buzz and you start talking and get all inspirational.
And that early buzz, he had that 3-drink buzz where you're like, it feels great. I'm still happy.
Yeah.
That's so funny because I had a math teacher during middle school that was drunk for the 2 years that I had him. And he was kind of the same way, but he would start singing when he would get real drunk.
That's awesome. Yes.
Was he the one that got in girls' faces and like made them feel real uncomfortable?
Yes, he's also the guy that he called a kid. He got into an argument with a kid and called him an Italian slur, and then the next day tried to justify it by writing it big on the wall, and then going through this this could not have happened in today's day and age. It was very bizarre. And looking back, the guy was hammered.
Oh, that's awesome. I have my share of drunk singing teachers as well. I would say the thing, though, that always stuck with me the most was I had a teacher that had come up to me in the hall, and she wasn't very happy with me about something. And she said, "You know you're never getting out of this town. You're going to be a Logan loser, and you're going to be working at McDonald's the rest of your life." And that moment stuck with me, and it drove me. And I said, I'm one of those people where if you want to motivate me, tell me I can't do something or then I'm going to be in this certain realm. And so that really drove me. And I'm like, the second I can get out of this town, I'm out of this town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you are the Kevin Ralston, damn it. You run this town.
That's right. Yeah, so Logan Loser stuck with me. That was the one that fueled me the most. Okay, another random question. If you found a book and it had everything that was ever said about you and who also said it, would you read it?
I don't think I would. Maybe 10 years ago I would have, but now I try to not even read the comments on social media. So ignorance is bliss, baby. I'm sure, in fact, I know that there are people in my family that talk S-bomb about me.
Yeah.
And I still smile to their face and go about my day. I don't want to know. Ignorance is bliss. Don't tell me nothing that's going to ruin my mood. I prefer to be happy.
Bird, you reading it?
Hell no. For the same reasons why Virginia wouldn't. I've already kind of assumed just human nature. People are going to say things sometimes about me. Good friends, family members, they may not even mean it.
Yeah.
But that's just human nature. And I think if you read it in print, it's going to destroy you. Just assume everyone's already talking S-bomb about you anyway.
Okay, all right.
And if you know it, then you'll think about it. And every time you see them, you'll think about it. And it'll just, it's not about them. It's about you.
Right.
It's about keeping your happy.
And I just think sometimes throughout life, people just say stuff about people they love, and it can be hurtful, but it doesn't mean they don't love them, and it doesn't mean that they don't think great about them. I just think weird moments happen through life.
He's right. I've talked S-bomb about people that I would never want them to know what I said.
It's likely going to be a lot of negative, which is not going to help you out as a person. And if there's something positive that could have been there, that person has probably already told you to help build onto your life and make you feel better about yourself. So you probably know a lot of the good, you get a lot more bad.
Yes.
Why bother? Okay, final question here, random question. We're all a villain in someone's story. No matter how good you think you are, somebody is going to paint you as the villain in their own personal story. Whose story are you most likely the villain in?
You got a minute?
Most likely, yes.
I mean, do you have a couple minutes?
Yeah. I would say for a lot of people, this has to do with an ex. And I think mine would be that if I were the villain, it would be somebody who was an ex that they didn't like the way the relationship ended and you're just the worst person ever because of it.
Yes, that's a good one.
That's probably that way for a lot of people.
Okay, so I got a handful of those.
Okay. So what are the other stories outside of that scenario where you're the villain because of how a relationship ended? Anything else that you guys can think personally where you would be the villain in somebody's story?
Maybe former employees that have either worked for this show or for Little Smiles.
Okay. All right. Fascinating.
Why?
I mean,
I'm kidding.
I don't really keep a tight lip. When I see something, I say something. And that is also to my detriment because there's times when you should just process and not react emotionally and be more like Kevin, but Mama can't. Sometimes when things get me upset, I get a little lippy.
Well, they encourage you these days to see something, say something.
Well, I do.
Okay, so you're just following their advice.
I mean, that's pretty funny because that answer really kind of goes hand in hand with the last answer you gave. All those people that want to kill you.
I get a few people that aren't necessarily well-wishing.
Okay. Jaybird, is there another situation you can think of where you're the villain in somebody's story?
Yeah, unfortunately, I would say there's a few listeners that definitely hate me, and I really do feel like if they were to see me out, they would try to start something with me, and I think they absolutely hate my guts because I got lippy back at them. Kind of like Virginia. I'm almost like a fat-free version of Virginia. I'm not as gremlin-like, but I'm there, and I've definitely popped off in the past where there's some people who just absolutely hate me.
Did you just call me fat?
No, no. Yeah, remember you're the size you wear is extra beautiful.
Extra beautiful.
Extra beautiful.
That's the only size. Time for another round of Dennys or Animal that we got here. We're going to see if Vanessa from Lake Worth Beach is an animal enthusiast. Would you consider yourself to be an expert in animals, Vanessa?
I do love animals.
Good.
She's already giggling.
It's a good criteria for this game, Dennys or Animal, because we've got several clips here. These are animals in their habitat, sometimes natural, sometimes unnatural. It's just animals doing fun things. And you got to tell us if this clip is actually a real animal or if it's our producer, Dennys. The first clip we have here is a donkey pulling a cart. Okay, this is a donkey pulling a cart. Do you think this is a real donkey, or is this our producer Dennys here, Vanessa? I believe that street might be cobblestone.
Wow, that donkey's got a lot to say.
He does, yeah. He's very well. I mean, he's really working it. It's tough to pull a cart over that cobblestone street. Vanessa, if you had to guess, do you think that is Dennys or animal?
It's pretty good, but I think it's Dennys.
Gonna go with Dennys. Yes, that actually is Dennys the donkey. Is the one pulling the cart there.
Oh, adorable donkey.
Okay, next scene we have here. Isn't it just amazing how Dennys just takes you there? You can see it.
Well, he's an actor.
He is, yeah. You can just see it in your mind's eye. This is a lion being tamed at the circus. Ooh, okay. Lion being tamed at the circus. Is this Dennys or animal? I believe they have that lion mic'd up.
I mean, the reverb on that thing.
Yeah, that's amazing. Can you just you can hear how it echoes in the big top here. That is a big lion too. Big lion. All right, Vanessa, what do you think? Is that Dennys or animal?
This is my favorite skit. That's definitely Dennys.
You're gonna get that is Dennys, yes.
Yay!
Very nice, very nice. Now this seems a little bit sad, but it kind of feels like something that maybe Jaybird might do. This is a baby otter crying, then eating. So there's tears here for some reason. I don't know why you would cry before eating.
Maybe he thinks he's overweight and he's so sad, but he can't help himself. Been there, Otter.
If you eat naked, there might be tears.
But then you continue eating?
It's a vicious cycle, man.
Okay. All right, so maybe Jaybird can relate to this baby otter here. This baby otter is crying and then eating. Is this Dennys or animal?
Aww.
How cute is that?
That's adorable.
Maybe he was so hungry, and then when he saw the food, he got so excited and he started eating. Maybe that's what that is.
I want to hug an otter.
Oh, it's so cute, isn't it? So cute. Vanessa, do you have any idea if you think that's Dennys or animal?
I'm going to go animal.
I know it's tricky, isn't it? Listen to this again. Food.
That sounds like Jaybird.
I'm not going to lie. The first 3 seconds over the phone is very tricky.
Okay, so Vanessa, your final answer is the real animal?
I kind of want to change it now.
I know, it's tough, isn't it?
I was thinking animal too.
Yeah, you're
I'm
thinking.
going to go animal, I think.
You're going to stick with animal? Okay. All right. For a perfect score and the badge of animal enthusiast, Vanessa, congratulations. That is a real animal.
Yay!
You do love animals. Very nice. 3 for 3 on Dennys or animal. Congratulations.
Yay, thank you.
You are so welcome. What a great contestant. I hate it. It's one of the worst things when you fall for clickbait and you then go into this sea of just ads and everything else just starts popping up on your screen and you can't get out of it. And you're like, why did I do that? I feel like you get caught in an awful trap. But I tell you, they write clickbait now. So it is so tough. Like you can actually go online. There is this one thing that we sometimes even use that you put in a headline and it'll tell you how strong it is and how compelling it will be for somebody to open, and they'll grade it and they'll say, oh, that's an A or that's 90% compelling. You could do better. And then they'll even give you ways to write it, keywords that you can put in there.
Oh, like tips?
Yes. So
Wow.
that people are just like, I can't help myself. I got to click on this. And there's sometimes things that I should not care the least bit about that I just can't help myself. And I'm like, I got to open this. I got to find out what it is. So I'm going to see just how compelled you are by any of these clickbait headlines. I've got 10 different ones, and you get to choose one that I'll actually open and let you know what's on the other side of it. And then also let you know exactly how frustrating it is, because to me, the worst is they will, and a lot of times what gets me is like, you should see what they look like today. And I click on the other side, and it's one of those things where you have to click through all these pictures, but it's like picture of another celebrity you don't care about, and then an ad, and then a picture of another celebrity. And the one I want to see is maybe on click 85, but then something happens and the page shuts down on click 83. And I'm like, wow, I've been here for 10 minutes just to see one photo.
It's a disaster. Whenever they get me in that, I immediately get out of it. And I'm like, you know what? They don't deserve my click.
It's a trap because they're getting all the clicks for the ads. And whenever you see that, I know right away. I'm like, okay, they're just getting clicks here. It's clickbait. And that's why they call it that.
And those advertisers need to know that, you're now associating your product with something annoying.
Yeah.
Like when I see the product, I'm like, okay,
And
I'm
I
not
never
going
look
to
at
buy
it.
that.
You're never like going, ooh, look at that. At least not for me.
No.
Okay, so which of these headlines will get you? I was going through this page. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to read all these stories. Okay, what is the one that stands out to you? Okay, clickbait headline number 1. What should you know before eating Popeye's fried chicken again?
Oh, that would get me because you know how I feel about Popeyes. I'm from New Orleans.
Yeah.
I would totally click on that.
Yeah, I thought that for the most part, these get these. Now, I'll run through all 10, and then you can tell me which one stands out to you that you would like to click on, and then I will actually give you the satisfaction of going into it here in a second. So that's clickbait headline number 1. Number 2, celebrities who are unrecognizable after weight loss. I will tell you, that one always gets me.
Yes.
And it did get me. I went into it. It had Fat Joe, Dr. Dre, Missy Elliott, and Timbaland.
Well, weight loss gets me because I ate too much Popeyes. So
yeah,
you got me on 1 and 2.
Okay. They had the Xbox Series S has one major disappointing feature. Now, I don't think anybody here is a gamer enough. I don't know if that would get Dennys. I know he likes the gaming.
Dennys, yeah.
Yeah. Meghan Markle's ex Suits co-stars has something to say to her.
Yeah, that would get me. I like a little Meghan Markle dirt.
Yeah. Halloween candy you absolutely should never eat.
Nah, I'm my own dog. I eat what I want.
That doesn't faze you?
Nah.
Okay. Here's what happened to the cast of Cheaper by the Dozen. I almost wanted to go into that one. Because you think about that whole cast, that was like a movie you watched when you were a kid, and now they've all grown up, but where are any of them? Remember the hot older brother?
Yeah, what
Where's
happened
that guy?
to
Does he
them?
still look hot like that, or was he just like one of those? I really want to know that one. Okay, here's what happens when you drink sparkling water every day. If you drink sparkling water every day, you're going to be like, I got to know that.
You do. You love sparkling water.
I drink it a lot, yeah.
I don't drink it. The bubbles give me gas. I already have enough issues.
Okay.
It's fancy water.
It is fancy water.
Yeah, but if, how many people drink the LaCroix and all that stuff?
Oh, you're right. A lot.
Okay, clickbait headline number 8. The most notoriously difficult actors to work with.
That's interesting.
Thought so, too.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 9. These actors are bad kissers according to their co-stars.
That's interesting, too.
Clickbait headline. And finally, ranking Halloween candy from worst to first. Okay, you get to choose one of those 10 clickbait headlines. Which one would just be too much that you would have to go in and find out?
Gosh, okay, it's going to be between the weight loss one, because I love before and after pictures of weight loss.
Oh, see the celebrities, what they look like before and after?
Yes.
Okay.
Or the Popeyes, because now I want to know, what's the one thing you need to know before you go eat Popeyes?
Jaybird, is there one you get just one to click into?
Definitely the Halloween candy ranking from best to worst.
Okay, you got to know
what. I'd have a lot to say. I'd bring that article into work. There's a lot we could do with it. And then the second one, probably I'd like to know what actors are difficult to work with.
Yeah, that was interesting too.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of fascinating. I really feel bummed out that I think the one I want to see most is what happened to the cast of Cheaper by the Dozen.
That's the worst one.
I don't know why that one's getting me. I don't know why I have this odd curiosity about what the heck is going on with the cast of Cheaper by the Dozen.
You're gonna have to go look today.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Just out of odd curiosity, I don't know. Why do I want to find out if the oldest brother is still handsome? For some reason, it's driving me. It's compelling me. Okay, are these clickbait headlines going to be satisfying or not? Went through 10 different ones that I saw yesterday. How many of them would have gotten you? How many of the 10 do you think you would have spent time clicking on, Virginia?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 of them, half of them.
Half of them piqued my interest.
It goes to show you how you can waste a day just going online. Because, yeah, I think I probably would have been about the same. At least 5 to 6 of them. I was like, ooh, I got to go check that out. In fact, the ones I didn't go check out, I'm going to probably go check on here in a little bit. The one that you had the most curiosity about of all the headlines I gave you was, what should you know before eating Popeye's fried chicken again? And I'll tell you, looking at the article, it's deceiving because you're thinking that maybe it might tell you something about health or warn you away from eating Popeyes, right?
Right, like there's something in there that I don't want to eat.
I felt that way too. And what it is more an article about the history of Popeyes, how they got their name. It started in South Africa, and it came from Gene Hackman's fictional detective Jimmy Popeye Doyle in the movie The French Connection.
Oh.
And so back then it was a popular name, but now nobody gets the connotation as to why it was called Popeyes.
Everybody thinks it's Popeye the Sailor Man.
Right. And it's not. It's from The French Connection. They didn't own the recipe for a long time. It does say what's in their seasoning. Now, does that interest you?
It does.
Okay.
Because you have 2 different formulas. You have spicy and you have mild. I am more a spicy girl. I like the spicy fried chicken.
Okay. Yeah, they say that the ingredients of the Cajun Sparkle seasoning mix.
Yes.
Yes, they say that salt, ground black pepper, onion powder, dried sage, paprika, cayenne pepper is in it, but it also includes white pepper and Tabasco sauce.
Interesting.
As well. They were once accused of animal cruelty. And they've had some bizarre lawsuits. That's what they're going to tell you.
With Bud Chicken. You won't see that with Buds.
And they also list a few bizarre, unproven urban legends that have happened. And that pretty much is about what Popeyes is all about and how they had a turnaround. Does that satisfy and scratch the itch, or do you walk away unsatisfied?
No, I would be into that. I would still like it.
Okay.
And I would get what I needed.
I got to tell you,
Unsatisfied.
You're what?
Unsatisfied. It's a puff piece.
Okay. Doesn't get the bird. Got Virginia who wanted it. I went into what the cast of Cheaper by the Dozen looks like. I don't know why that was it. And I walk away very satisfied. They have them all in there.
How do they look?
What they look like. They all, for the most part, look really good. And I forgot some of the people that were in it, like Piper Parabo. She was in that. That's how you pronounce her name. And she looks great. She was Nora. She was the eldest sibling.
Okay.
With the blonde hair that they phoned in. And I didn't know that the younger one, I think his name was Charlie in the movie Cheaper by the Dozen. That's Tom Welling. He did a couple other things. He still looks good, but I think he looked cuter as a teenage boy, Virginia.
Okay.
I'm just saying. And the one that looks best is Hillary Duff. I think her before and after.
Yeah, Hillary Duff has kept it together real nice.
Yeah, but it's even interesting to see what the other cast looks like. But they all grew up to be pretty good-looking kids. And Jaybird, your clickbait headline that you wanted to go for was ranking popular Halloween candy from worst to first. Because you said you might want to critique this.
Absolutely.
Number 1 on the list is your Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
That's right.
Number 2 is Skittles.
Terrible.
Number 3 is Snickers.
Yeah, first of all, Skittles should not even be in the top 10. Can I get an amen on that?
Yeah, I wouldn't put it in there.
I wouldn't. I mean, Skittles, it's not a rock star.
It's not.
Number 4 is Sour Patch Kids.
Give me a break. This is absolutely snack religious.
Snack religious. Number 5 is M&M's. Number 6 is Hot Tamales. Yeah. Number 7 is Kit Kat. You know what they're doing is they're bouncing back and forth between chocolate and a
fruity.
candy.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to make everybody happy. They got Jolly Ranchers in the top 10, Milky Way at 10.
You can't put a Jolly Rancher before a gummy bear.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That is one of the worst lists ever brought into the KVJ show.
And that would have been your clickbait.
Oh, yeah, terrible.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been happy with that one, huh?
It's blasphemy.
Okay. I think your phone's gargling out there a little bit. All right, coming up here in just a couple of minutes on the KVJ show. Got somebody here that sent us an email. They want to know, is it messed up that my mom is manipulating my weight? Okay. Apparently she's holding out a reward for weight loss. Is it a good move or not? We'll discuss on the way.
More KVJ show right now on 97.9 WRMF.
You got a problem with this? We got an email that says, is it messed up that my mom is manipulating my weight? The email says, I'm 21 years old. I still live with my mom. I don't have my own car. As work has been hard to come by, I've had to borrow either my mom's car or my grandma's car, which is making life very inconvenient. My mom came to me the other day and she said that she would get me a car. And of course, I was ecstatic until she told me that it was all contingent on me losing over 80 pounds. Now, I currently weigh about 285 and I'm almost 6 feet tall. I don't really work out, so I can't claim that it's muscle. My mom says that it's just not healthy for me to be over 200 pounds. And with what has come out about COVID lately, she says that she is scared for my life and health with me being this big. She doesn't believe that I would lose the weight for my own health, but would for the incentive of a car. Even though my mom told me it was for health reasons, I heard her talking to my grandmother telling her that I am never going to find a good girl if I don't, quote, slim down. She said that my weight is not flattering. That really hurt, and now I'm not sure how I feel about this proposal. Sure, I want the car, but I don't know that I want to give my mom the satisfaction now. Plus, my mom tells me that I have to weigh for her once a month, and if my weight ever goes over 200 pounds, she's going to take the car back. That's kind of messed up. Would you take this degrading deal?
Okay, your mom is not degrading you. Your mom is trying to help you. I'm on your mama's side. She's doing whatever she can to get you healthy, and you sound unmotivated and spoiled to me, and a little unappreciative too. So I'm on your mama's side. Sit down and stop eating donuts.
Okay. Bam, Virginia has spoken. Jaybird, do you see it any differently than Virginia does?
So I'm very torn here. But mama's trying to help you.
Mama is trying to help you, and you're not paying rent, and Mama's loaning you her car. Instead of talking about Mama like crap and not appreciating her for what she's adding to your life, why don't you put Mama on a pedestal for caring enough to be involved and helping you and letting you live with her and use her car? This kid annoys me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Listen to your mother.
If you're living somewhere, under someone's roof and they're using all their stuff and they want to be a little bit of, whatever, you got to almost kind of take it or move out.
And she's telling you things that are going to help you be a better human. Yeah, she wants you to find a good girl. That's just how mamas are. Yeah, she wants you to be healthy so you can live a long life. Again, that's on the mama checklist of her jobs to do in life. This kid is ungrateful.
What are we sure he's not paying rent?
He did not mention whether he was or not paying rent.
I guarantee you he's not.
Yeah, he's bumming cars.
If he's bumming cars, he's bumming rent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There was a couple other questions, too. Marion in the chat room said, is his mom buying the groceries? Because I'm just curious if she's buying healthy foods. I would imagine, I don't know. That is a great question, and I would like to know. But I would imagine if his mom is this sensitive about his weight, that she would not be bringing things into the house. I would hope that that's the case. I would assume that it is probably him with what money he has taking mom or grandma's car out to go get foods that she would not approve of.
See, here's the thing, because family members will butt in and be annoying about your diet, about things you're eating, and it is very annoying. They're doing it usually because they love you, but it can be annoying.
But it's your mother's job to look after you and raise you. And because you're still in her roof and under her roof, you're not raised yet. Apparently, you haven't been able to be out there and spread your wings, little bird. So while you're under her roof, let her keep trying to help you be a real good man. She's giving you the right advice. You're just being a moron.
Yeah, I think sometimes the truth does hurt, and especially coming from certain people, it may hurt more. But sometimes we've got to check our feelings at the door and realize that they're telling us something that, yes, it is tough, and it does bruise our ego and hurts our feelings in a sense, but ultimately it is for our own good. And it seems like this mom, her heart is in the right place. I mean, even if she is selfishly using it because she wants to get you married off and doesn't think the way you look right now, you're going to find a woman. Now, that obviously is not as good a reason as doing it for his own health. But I think that, he's hearing something from mom that he doesn't like, and he feels like this is manipulating. And one thing you don't really comment on now, we kind of gotten into this era of you don't really tell anybody about their weight. You don't tell them how they should look. We need to celebrate every body size that there is. And Mom, if you love me, you should be celebrating me at this size, and you should give me a car anyway.
If you made weight a thing in our house, it was definitely a sensitive topic for sure.
Yes, and so his feelings are hurt because his mom has made his weight the subject of him getting a car. She knows that this probably, and it sounds like she does have him in the right place. She has got his attention. He really wants a car, and she knows more than anything he wants a car, and he wants that freedom that comes along with it. He gets the car and the freedom if he maintains his weight. And he doesn't like it because it is a challenge. Probably a lot of us, we don't like to, there's many of us that don't like to be challenged. We want it to be easy and to remain easy.
He wants it to be his idea. His ego is getting in the way of him realizing what a gift this is. And that's why he's so annoying.
This is why you shouldn't live with your parents. Go live by yourself and eat as many donuts as you want.
He can't. He's not self-sufficient. He's really just a whiner.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said unless he's ready to lose weight, he won't lose it. That's the one thing that mom needs to realize. Well, the thing I'll tell you is I think that mom has probably tried other ways to get him to lose the weight, and he hasn't. And she's like, okay, I have to find something that he truly wants to incentivize that.
I give it up for mom. She's not throwing the towel in. She's making this her mission to help her boy and raise him right and make him healthy and hopefully get him in a happy relationship in the future. Isn't that the goal? You don't want to live with mom.
Kevin, is it possible that both parties in this scenario are annoying?
I think that it's an interesting proposal here. And if anybody's more annoying, I think that it's the son to me. But somebody's arguing that he's a decent weight. I'm 6 foot, 225 pounds, and 60 more pounds isn't bad. Just saying.
60 more pounds isn't bad. No. 60 more pounds is bad.
I think I've heard enough, Kev. You know what it sounds like to me? Sounds like there's a lot of donut shaming going on here, and I don't think I like that.
Okay, so you're with the kid and against the mom, huh?
I was more just trying to make a funny joke about donuts, but it just doesn't hit over the phone, I guess.
Is this thing on?
Hello? Am I connected?
Hello?
Yeah, it's really hard to make jokes when the people getting them don't hear me well. I don't know.
When the people getting them don't.
Yeah, pretty much.
Somebody said I had a similar situation. Weight is a super sensitive subject. My mom came to me and offered to buy me a boob job if I lost weight, and it really hurt my feelings. That doesn't feel to me. Is it different if you make it a boob job over a car as the incentive to lose weight, Virginia?
I don't know. Every relationship's going to be different, and I just think you have to look at this for what this is. Your mother's trying to help you be better, do better, look better, live better. She's doing her job as a mama. So I will never come down on a mama who's actively involved in the betterment of her child. If the child is too soft and keeps shoving donuts down his mouth, then mama is just taking her job serious.
Okay.
So, Kev, as a person who's gone up and down with weight for myself, I can kind of speak on this. People are very, very sensitive with their weight, and I'm only speaking on me personally. This is not going to work with everybody, but usually when I lose weight, it's because somebody has said something to me. It's because I slightly felt bad, and I sometimes feel like it's okay if you get your feelings hurt in life. You're stronger than you think. Sometimes you need to hear something that's not great about yourself to make a change. Now, that's just me. That's how I've made changes. Anytime I've lost weight, someone's called me a fat ass. And I'm like, oh, dang, I got to lose weight. So it depends on the person.
Being self-aware is a wonderful thing. And when you are a little bit of a fat ass, you should know that, own that, and want to make changes for your own fat ass.
But I also don't think you should be a jerk to somebody and point out their overweight flaws like some people do and think, oh, I'm just speaking my truth. And there's everything in life I think is about approach. So take that for what it's worth.
Yeah, okay. A lot of people in the chat room, it seems like more people are into mom's incentive here of you get a car if you lose the weight. Again, he's 6 foot at 285, and mom wants him no more than 200 pounds, 6 foot, 200 pounds. So just kind of putting that together, and he did admit that it's not muscle. He's not really working out, so I know that sometimes changes. And Alex had a really good point, too. She said that the one boob job for losing weight is worse because it's a double attack on your body image. Not just one shot at your weight, it's also going at, and you got small boobs. That's what Alex thinks.
Yeah. I mean, did the girl want a boob job? Or the mom's just telling her,
like the mom's
you need to lose weight and you need to get a boob job.
The way she wrote the text, it didn't sound like she wanted a boob job. It sounded like mom's like, if you lose weight, I'll get you a boob job. It's like going, oh, so I'm fat and I have small breasts?
Or was she saying it was a breast lift and reduction? I'll get you a breast lift and reduction if it's hurting your back because your boobs are so big.
Yeah, sounded like just a boob job is what she said.
Did the mom say, and after you stop crying, we're going to fix your weird-looking teeth?
Yes. All right, Mom, I get it. I'm a gargoyle. All right, any other thoughts, you can call or text 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763 here at the KVJ Show. Got some whacked-out news. It is going to be coming up here in just a couple of minutes. And, boy, did you hear about the latest fight on a flight over face masks?
Oh, I love these.
Oh, yeah, we got another throwdown for you coming up next.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha-ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha-ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
And we are just 5 minutes away from calling out another name. If you would like $200 in free groceries, the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway is going to be coming up here. Go register your name now at WRMF.com to try to get in as we pull a name out here in a second. Got another mask fight going on here, this time on Allegiant Airlines. It was a flight from Arizona to Utah. And the fight started after a passenger argued with a flight attendant over wearing a face mask. And they just continue to keep happening. It's just crazy, one after another. He was wearing a face shield, but according to Allegiant's policy, face shields must be worn in addition to a face covering, but not as an alternative.
Ah, okay.
Then another passenger started heckling the man. You can only imagine the melee that went down. The passenger who refused to wear a mask then started choking the other man, pulling the man's hair and hitting him in the back.
Oh, no. He went for the heckler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to heckle, you better make sure you can hold your own in a fist fight because this person's already squirrely. They're looking to fight the flight attendant.
Yeah,
They're
they
going
are.
to take all their anger and misplace it onto you.
Yeah, the guy who wouldn't wear the face mask was eventually kicked off of the planes.
Those are good.
Yeah. Well, people trying to figure out how to try to get back to some semblance of normalcy in their lives, even with COVID going around. A lot of people would love to go out and do a cocktails and karaoke like we would. But unfortunately, singing is one way to spread a ton of droplets. So there is a karaoke bar in Canada that came up with a solution. Tell me if you like this. They basically have made a quote-unquote shower on their stage, so singers are surrounded by shower curtains to keep their germs inside. But my question is, what happens when you're the 10th singer to step into now the shower of corona? I mean, is there not a basic flaw in this concept?
Are you just stepping into a germ bubble?
It seems like it. They're basically catching everybody's spit and putting it on the walls feet from your face.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go in there.
Yeah.
You guys have not figured it out.
Even on a dare, yeah, it doesn't feel like that's still the right idea. Well, they're going to be changing up that emoji wearing the face mask you've probably seen if you got the iPhone.
Yes.
Yeah, apparently people were thinking that, you've heard about the mask smile, how you got to work and smile with your eyes.
Yeah.
I think they call it the smize. You got to learn how to do that. And so now they're going to be even changing the emoji to make it look like it's smiling because people thought that it was frowning under the mask.
Oh.
So they want, hey, I'm happy. I'm happy in this pandemic wearing my face mask because so many people are going, see, wearing a mask makes you miserable. Even the emoji knows it.
And this is what we focus on.
This is, wow. Well, we got nothing else to do, Virginia. There is a woman that threatened to kill her boyfriend's family's dog after they changed their Wi-Fi password and refused to give her the new one.
Oh, my gosh.
There's a now 5-minute viral video showing the woman freaking out on the family's front doorstep.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
She went off for 5 minutes?
And she's got crazy face and eyes, too, Virginia. Oh, yeah, she's going off.
Give me the Wi-Fi before you get arrested and your mom. Because I live here and it's illegal. You want me to try that way? Or you want your dog to come dead? I have ways in. And your dog will be breeding tomorrow. You have 2 seconds to give me the Wi-Fi. Doggy, dead. Okay, so what I'm going to do now? The dog is getting poisoned. I have just the thing for him. And just so you know, threatening a dog is not against the law. It's not a human being. So what are you going to do? Find a new one? You going to find a new doggy?
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
If you didn't hear all that clearly, she said, I have ways in and your dog won't be breathing tomorrow. You have 2 seconds to give me the Wi-Fi. I need the Wi-Fi. Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Hopefully she got arrested, right?
I don't know what the deal is, but they say the families tried to evict the woman several times, but the latest attempt got stalled because of the pandemic. So I think she's been living in the house.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
You threatened to kill my dog. Guess what? I'm going to kill you and bury you in the yard.
She's trying to say that wasn't illegal because it's not a human.
Whatever. Some people's dogs, they like more than their family.
Yeah.
You come for the dog, them's
true.
fighting words.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There is definitely people in my family that I like way less than my dog.
Yeah. Another interesting story, HOA. This one in Titusville. The president there, the HOA, got busted embezzling more than 20 grand to buy stamps and lawn equipment.
Doh.
Yeah, busted. And another interesting viral video, a guy in China recently posted a 4-second video on TikTok of what he believed was a semi-truck transporting a UFO down the road. It was interesting what was on the back of the truck, but you only got to see it for a second because, he's driving and he's filming, and then all you see is him turn quickly right before he hits the pole.
Oh, my.
He drove into a pole. Yeah. So
he drove into a pole or they drove a pole into him?
Yeah, he drove into the pole, yeah, unfortunately. That's why you really shouldn't do your own viral videos while driving, even if you think you see a UFO on the back of a flatbed truck. Just, no word on how he's doing, but the video you can see online.
Can we check on him?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not sure if this is a great idea. I mean, they once had an idea to buy a dinosaur park, Virginia, and bring back T-Rex, and you know how that worked in Jurassic Park.
Yes, the dinosaurs turn on you. They're pissed.
Well, now in Australia, they want to repopulate Tasmanian devils, and now they've released them back into the wild for the first time in 3,000 years in an effort to help bring the species back.
Is that like the Tasmanian devil from the cartoon?
I guess so, yeah.
That's a real thing?
I guess it is a real thing, but they have had limited numbers. So, yeah, they're going to release the Tasmanian devil. I'm looking at one, and, man, it is kind of crazy looking. This thing, it's a carnivorous marsupial, and it was once native to mainland Australia and was only found in the wild on the island state of Tasmania.
Every picture of it, when you go Google it, it's going like this.
Yes, right. It looks terrifying, doesn't it?
Like, it is pissed.
Yeah.
Please don't ever do that again. That was horrifying to listen to.
So there you go. They're now back in Australia. Can't wait for those Tasmanian devil mauling stories.
That's horrible.
And another wildlife story for you. Apparently, the murder hornets have now entered their quote-unquote slaughter phase where they go around looking for bees to kill.
Oh, my.
Yeah, so if you're a bee listening to this broadcast, be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout. Oh, yeah.
97.9 WRMF. It's the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway.
And right now, we are looking for Rafael Ramirez of Pompano Beach. All right, you've got 10 minutes. You got to call us back. 877-979-WRMF. 877-979-9763 to claim your $200 in free groceries. Again, we're looking for Rafael Ramirez of Pompano Beach. 10 minutes to call to win with the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway, sponsored by Scott Smith Injury Law.
Good luck from 97.9 WRMF. 97.9 WRMF and another KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway winner.
We are looking for Rafael Ramirez of Pompano Beach right now for $200 in free groceries. Is this Rafael?
Yes, it is.
How are you doing, my friend?
Doing pumped.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is a good thing to pick up $200 in free groceries, huh?
I love it.
Yeah, nice little way to spend the day. What is your favorite item at the grocery store, Rafael?
Oh, it's got to be cake.
Okay.
Cake.
All right. I know Jaybird is into that, so that's a nice call. Very good.
Your dog wants dog food.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, yes.
He's saying no cake. All right, well, enjoy that $200, okay, Rafael?
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, no problem. There you go. $200 in groceries right there with the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway. If you are not signed up yet, go do it. It's simple, easy. Takes less than a minute. WRMF.com, and then listen at 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. And like Rafael, call back within 10 minutes. You realize everybody's called us back in time, Virginia.
I know. The morning show, we've been 12 for 12.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, pretty good odds. Pretty good odds. Well, I got the Florida headline, yay or nay game here. A lot of this is birthed from the whacked out news that we just heard. These are pretty much stories that have been there. If you pay attention during the whacked out news, this should be easy. We'll see how much you guys pay attention here. Florida headline, yay or nay. I've got a headline for you. Tell me if this really happened or not. Okay, a Lake Worth beach man fed a kinkajou and then was attacked by the super aggressive exotic creature the next morning. Is that a yay or a nay, Virginia? What do you think?
A kinkajou. I love this.
Kinkajou.
I'm going to say fact.
Okay, you're going to say that's a yay. What do you think, Jaybird?
Gosh, that sounds like so Florida, specifically South Florida. Fact.
You're going to go with the fact. You're going to say that happened. Yes, that is a yay. Michael Latursky says he noticed the exotic raccoon-like animal outside his girlfriend's home on the night before the attack and left it some watermelon. When he opened the door to leave for work the next day around 5:45 a.m., the kinkajou was waiting for him and attacked.
Well, I guess the kinkajou wanted you to know he's a carnivore. Don't leave no fruit salad.
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
Yeah.
Oh, you're getting your ass kicked.
Yeah. Okay.
That's messed up.
All right, what about this Florida headline, yay or nay? Okeechobee man caught sexually molesting a gator insists it was consensual. What do you think?
I'm sure an Okeechobee man has looked at a gator and thought about it. But
pretty good.
Would he have the nerve for follow through and then get caught? I don't know. It sounds a little far-fetched.
Okay. You thinking a nay on that, Virginia?
Nay.
What do you think, Jaybird?
I'm thinking he taped the gator's snout shut. I think it's a real story.
You think it's a yeah? Thankfully, that one is a nay. Thankfully, that one is a nay.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, thank goodness. Okay, what about this? Florida headline, yay or nay? Kendall man is planning a cartel and cocaine-themed amusement park, insists children are welcome. Jaybird, what do you think? Is that a yay or a nay for a real Florida headline?
It sounds like a guy on cocaine, that kind of an idea. I'm going to say that is true.
You're going to say that is true. Virginia, what do you think?
I think the park would do well in South Florida.
I guess he might be putting a Kendall. I don't know.
I'm going to say true. Yay.
You're going to go yay. That one is a nay. Yes. Unfortunately, we don't have Cocaine World coming to South Florida.
Too bad.
Well, maybe somebody can take the idea and run with it. Okay, Florida headline, yay or nay? Key West man who reportedly bought an $8 million island arrested for alleged Kmart shoplifting.
Jeez, dude, you've got an island and you're shoplifting in Kmart?
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Virginia? Is that a Florida headline?
It sounds crazy enough to be a yay.
Okay, what do you think, Bird?
Definitely yay.
That is definitely a yay. Yeah. Crazy stuff. Yeah, he was shoplifting things like coffee makers and light bulbs, and then later returned them to Kmart with different items in their original packaging.
Yeah, my friend years ago from the Breakers told me rich people steal way more than they should.
It's crazy, isn't it?
He said they have to nail everything down. Rich people love to steal.
I've heard that before too, Virginia.
It's a game. It's a sport. Oh, no one would think this fancy guy that has an island would be stealing from Kmart.
Where they get their rush, their excitement. Interesting stuff. Yeah, they say this is the guy, he owns the house in Key West that they used for The Real World on MTV.
Okay.
If you ever remember The Real World house in Key West.
I do.
This guy owns that house and an $8 million island, and he's pulling scams at Kmart. Crazy. All right, one more for you. Florida headline, yay or nay? Amazing lactating man in Largo takes credit for breastfeeding his baby daughter. Okay, what do you think? Is that a Florida headline, Jaybird, yay or nay?
Unfortunately, I think that's real, dog.
Okay, gonna go real on that. Virginia, what do you think? Is that a yay or a nay?
I'm leaning nay. I hope it's not real.
Okay, you're going nay on that, and you are correct, Virginia. Thankfully, that is a no.
We don't want milking men. No, we don't.
Why is it so much more weird, though, if it's a man milking his baby daughter and then his wife?
I think a lot of it has to do with the nipple hair. That's it for me.
But you could eat and floss.
Oh, babies don't have teeth.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
When they have teeth, you got to stop letting them breastfeed. Otherwise,
No, you're right about that.
They will tear up your nip.
Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, what is happening to women in the workforce? Some pretty crazy and startling numbers about women in today's workforce because of the pandemic. I'll share with you next.
You know how you hear people on the radio and you're like, I wonder what they look like when they're saying that. I wish I could see them. Well, you can. We're right there on youtube.com/KVJ show.
Well, we got Jaybird on a COVID timeout. He is sitting at home today waiting to try to get a negative coronavirus test that he's going to go and take today. So he's going to be popping by to make that happen. So hopefully we'll get a negative, and then Jaybird can rejoin us again tomorrow.
Yay.
I guess that's the way things go. What have you been doing to pass the time, Bird?
Well, today's the first day that I've been feeling better, so I really do feel like myself. Virginia saw me over the weekend. I just was out of it. I really do think it's from the caffeine. Today, I've just been kind of spending some time with Chewy, rubbing his belly. And then I'm going to Facebook Live the results after I get the COVID test today so everybody knows what's going on.
Oh, good. Okay. And you're doing that at 11:45?
Yes, I'm doing that at 11:45. I was going to throw this out there. Maybe if we get a negative test, we could possibly celebrate with a grilled cheese party.
Okay.
I don't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't join you because I started day 1 of my juice cleanse today. Mama's going to be good this time.
Oh, you are?
That's right. I'm gonna diet with you. Never mind. The grilled cheese party.
Yeah, aren't you trying to be healthy too?
I forgot.
Old habits, bruh. Hard to break.
Yeah. Well, what is happening to women in the workforce? I was startled when I saw this number. They say women are dropping out of the workforce at 4 times the rate of men. In fact, it's gotten so bad, they say they're down to the lowest number since 1987. They think that's another one of the outcomes of the pandemic, is that it is really undoing a lot of the advancements that women have had in the workforce. They say the share of women working or looking for jobs dropped 55.6% down from 56.1%. And they say that is the lowest number that they have seen since the 80s. The reasons, all the school closures, quarantining, childcare, workplace flexibility, just a few of the reasons that a lot of women have kind of run back to it.
I know my girlfriend was telling me about this because she's a mom. She's got 2 kids. Both of them were in daycare.
Okay.
And her job, she's not going to get rich, but she had a decent salary. They cut her hours in half. So they cut her pay in half. And she said, I can't afford it. All my money would be going to daycare. She's like, I can't pay that percentage of my paycheck just so my kids can go to daycare and then I can just break even every month. She's like, it makes no sense. So she adjusted everything and now she's at home with her kids.
And plus, men are pigs.
Does she see a point where that might change and she gets back?
It's all up to her old job. Her old job said they would take her back, but not until they have the hours for her. They don't have the business for them to be open full time like they were before.
Wow.
They've cut back their hours on everybody. They've cut back the whole hours of the establishment.
Yeah, no, a lot of places, even though it feels like things are starting to, slowly get back, there is still a lot of things that are way under the numbers that they used to do.
And there's a lot of things that just won't come back. Like you'll go to look for something and you'll be like, oh, wow, that closed. They didn't make it.
I know. I'm kind of, that's, I don't know if you've gone any place, but a restaurant that my wife and I would always go to, we went to, and we've gone for years. Man, it was Saturday night. They weren't open, so I assume they're closed for good.
Yeah, you're probably right. Don't go look for Pizza Girls on Clematis. Closed.
That is so weird. I walked by there over the weekend on Saturday morning, and it was just so weird to not see Pizza Girls in that location.
It is bizarre, and there's going to be a lot more, too. These are just the beginning of the stories, I think.
They say the Skyline Chili in Fort Lauderdale is closing after 49 years.
Oh, Panda loves that place.
Yeah, I mean, it was the only one I knew of. It's originally from the Cincinnati area, and we used to have that in Ohio, and they would do some really innovative stuff with spaghetti toppings.
Yes, Panda took me there on one of our first dates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's closing down after almost a half century.
Years, dog.
I know.
That's crazy.
That's the kind of
Did
stuff.
Panda get lucky?
Oh, Panda always gets lucky.
Yeah, it was a secret Skyline. Oh, and you had chili?
Chili.
Oh, so he fed you full of chili and then hit that?
Extra beans.
Oh.
Oh, God. Why is all of your sexy stories so not sexy?
Oh, it's so gross.
I think it's hot.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, they say that who knows when this might correct itself and, women jump back forward and get these numbers back to where they were. They say women were spending 15 hours more a week on domestic labor than the men were. And you're right. They were just saying, because of the lack of flexibility, continued wage disparities, that women were saying, you know what, I'm just going to get out of the workforce for now and stay home.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's sad, too, to think about. There's so many families that are going to take years and years to recover from what's going on right now.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, that's one of the things that has changed. Relationships have changed. Boy, those numbers on how relationships have fallen apart. Do you know of anybody that has had a breakup during the pandemic, Virginia?
I do. I know a couple.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not good. Especially when the other person didn't see it coming. Those are the hardest to watch.
Yeah. Well, it's happening to a lot of people. That's just a part of
I
it.
think one of my friends are getting divorced from the pandemic.
And it's from the pandemic. How was the relationship before the pandemic?
To be quite honest with you, I think they were fine. And I'm not into like the major details of the relationship. I just know that they both were in the house together during the pandemic, and they're getting divorced now.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of changes going on.
Yes.
Well, both you, Virginia, and Jaybird know somebody that has ended their marriage during the pandemic. And I hear the divorce rates are skyrocketing. Just one of the big changes you're starting to see in our lives and our society.
And the lawyers love it.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I've heard we had one divorce attorney on early in the pandemic, and she was like, my phone is off the hook.
And that was early. Imagine now the residual.
Absolutely. It's insane. Got some celebrity marriages here. All throughout the celebrity, you tell me how many marriages each of them have had. We'll see who can get the better score here. Tom Cruise. What do you think, Virginia? How many marriages?
1, 2, 3. I'm going 3.
Okay. You're going 3 marriages. You are correct. Bird, Nicolas Cage.
Cage has been married 4 times.
That is correct, yes. Virginia, Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, poor Laura Dern.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, my God.
She got dumped for Angelina Jolie. Yeah.
Angelina Jolie
She breaks up a lot of house marriages, doesn't she?
She's a home wrecker.
Yeah.
Laura Dern found out when we found out.
Right.
Which was in the tabloids, and that sucks. Billy Bob, I'm going 1, 2, 3. Let's go 4.
Gonna go 4. 6.
6.
Billy Bob Thornton said 6.
Dang.
Marriages. Harrison Ford, Jaybird, how many marriages?
Harrison Ford, oh man, I feel like, yeah. Let's go with 3.
You got that right.
Nice.
Yeah, 3 of them, including Princess Leia. Billy Joel, Virginia, how many has he had?
Oh boy, Christy Brinkley, right? He's had the other one, the Katie chick, right?
Okay.
Let's go 3.
Bird, what do you think about it?
Just 2?
No, it's 4.
4.
Yeah, he's at 4. I know. I was like, whoa, because I only remembered the 2.
Is he married right now?
He is. He has 2 kids with this woman, with his wife.
Huh.
Who's the third? So we got the current wife. We had the
Christy, Katie. Who else?
It's some new woman. I'm not real familiar with her, to be quite honest. I just know that she's a newer love of his life. He's walked down the plank 4 different times. I love Billy. I just don't know what the hell he's thinking.
Yeah, I'm only counting 3 though. We got Christy Brinkley. We got Katie Lee. We got the new one. Who's the 4th?
Oh, his first wife, Elizabeth.
Before Christy?
Yeah, so he wrote Just the Way You Are and, She Got Away about his first wife, Elizabeth.
Ah.
And then they broke up and he started dating really, really, really hot supermodels.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, what song would you rather have about you? She's Got Away or Uptown Girl?
I mean, come on, man. Don't make me sing it. Hey, Uptown Girl.
Uptown Girl does suck.
Mm-hmm.
It does. It's probably my least favorite. Billy's.
Jaybird, Larry King, how many celebrity marriages?
He is up there. I want to say it's something like 7.
Okay, you are close. It's 8.
8?
Larry King's at 8.
Larry.
Yeah.
No, what are you doing?
Unbelievable. And finally, Virginia, Mark Anthony.
Okay, Mark Anthony. I
know he had J-Lo. He had the Dayanara Torres, right?
yeah.
That's 2.
He probably had like one like homely chick early before he got famous. So that's 3.
Okay.
Probably worked another one in there somewhere along the way. That's 4. I'm going 4.
Gonna go 4, yeah. You figured out how celebrities do marriages.
The homely girl is always the first one, and everybody breaks up with her to get the new hot supermodel or Miss USA or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's it. Well, he's got to be celebrating, I'm sure, as many people here in South Florida. We got the Hispanic Heritage Month that is going on.
Yes.
Pitbull, you talked earlier about his little live stream concert that he's going to be doing as part of the tail end of that. And also McDonald's is acknowledging a Hispanic artist and the meal you can get. I'll let you know about next.
Want to see what Virginia looks like on camera? And Kevin and Jason? YouTube.com/KVJ Show.
Well, we got the tail end of Hispanic Heritage Month that is going on, and I don't know if this is part of a tie-in to it or not, or they're just finding out that, hey, when we get a big musical star, it is doing really well, and it's moving meals at McDonald's because, they did the whole thing with Travis Scott, and must have been a success. I know there was some apprehension from some of the franchisees who were like, hey, this guy's got some questionable lyrics in some of his songs.
But as soon as they looked at the cash register, they're like, oh, wait, never mind.
Yeah, it's really kind of interesting reframing. You're right.
He's pushing burgers. Never mind, it's all good.
Yeah. And now they've added another celebrity endorser, J Balvin, who is a Colombian reggaeton artist who's got songs like Mi Gente. Bird's probably at home dancing right now. Yeah.
That's fun.
In my underwear.
Yeah. Get that going.
That poor dog, what he's had to see.
He's blind.
Oh. I forgot. Sorry, dog.
Yeah.
And he also was on that Cardi B hit. You remember this, I Like It, Virginia?
Of course.
Yeah, this is also J Balvin. So he's got a couple hits, and that's enough for him to get his own meal at McDonald's. You can go in and get the J Balvin, I guess, which is a Big Mac, medium fries, and an Oreo McFlurry.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just became available. It's going to be out there till November 1st. You can get it. And they say customers who order the meal through the McDonald's app get the McFlurry for free.
Yeah, they're really pushing you to the app. I know you can't get Travis Scott's without ordering it online on the app.
Oh, really?
I had a long conversation with the girl at the drive-thru the other day. Rocco was having a meltdown. Rocco wanted a Happy Meal, and he was losing it. He needed a nap and a Happy Meal.
Okay.
So the girl at the
He had
drive-thru,
an unhappy meal?
He had an unhappy meal. She was telling me all about how they took so many menu items off the menu, including all-day breakfast. If you want to get Travis Scott's thing, you got to order it online on the app.
Oh, wow. They're driving a lot of people to do that now. I guess everybody, you got to get any food anymore. It might almost be getting the apps. I think Burger King is kind of making that move where they're redesigning a lot of the restaurants. They're doing one of the test ones in Miami where they're going to be doing the hot food lockers where you order and then you come and just get your food out of the hot food locker. They're not going to really have any kind of interaction with people anymore.
A hot locker.
Hot locker.
That's interesting.
Yeah. What did she say? Anything about, did she like it? Was it a positive or negative on where McDonald's was going with their stuff?
It makes her job harder, she was telling me, because people come through all the time, like me, looking for the grilled snack wrap, and it ain't there because it's not on the menu. It was one of the few things I could get and still feel like, okay, I'm not making a bad choice. I get the grilled snack wrap with no ranch sauce, and I'd feel okay about that. It's gone.
Everybody's doing this. Taco Bell's doing radical changes. And I'm just kind of curious from the people that work there. Or can anybody, I haven't seen anything about numbers. Are sales increasing? Is it better? Do people seem to like these restaurants better from either side of it? I don't know how much fast food you're doing these days, Jaybird, or how you feel about any of the changes. But Taco Bell, was it 15 items I think they dropped?
Yeah.
I'll try to get a call into Irvine, California. That's where Taco Bell's headquarters are at, and I'll try to get you some answers. Personally, I hate it.
Yeah.
But it's got to be based in some kind of profit loss situation.
Sure.
I mean, they don't make changes unless it's affecting the money. And it must be that all those items aren't working out for profits.
Is that always true, though? Or is it possible sometimes businesses just take a chance on a gut feeling? I mean, there's so many people love those items. I cannot imagine those bringing down Taco Bell.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just taking a guess.
Yeah.
It's always about money.
If anybody's got any kind of insight on that, I know we got the BK people in Miami, 877-979-WRMF. Just kind of curious about all these changes you're seeing throughout all the fast food. Seems like a lot of people are changing their stuff. You can let us know here on the KVJ show. Trying to get to the bottom of what's going on here with a lot of these fast food places. They're changing up. Seems like maybe the pandemic has escalated the rate at which they are as well. Taco Bell dropping about 15 items from their menu, and you're like, okay, well, what is going on with that? Got a text here that said that, Taco Bell's my lifeline. So I spoke in depth with the drive-thru girl, and she told me basically...
You can learn a lot.
Yeah.
If you get one that's chatty and you're happy to them and sweet to them about the menu items that you wish were there, they'll open up. My girl did.
Yeah, she said that basically you can get anything they used to have. You just have to build it yourself, and it's all upcharges now. So my favorite vegan burrito went from $2.79 to $5.85.
Oh, Lord.
That is a big increase, and at the end of the day, I think it's really just because they wanted to be able to charge higher amounts for these items that they know people love. Wow, that's interesting.
That is upsetting. Well, that's not the case at McDonald's because poof, all-day breakfast gone.
Yeah. I think that was just because it was just tough now during the pandemic and it wasn't sustaining itself. And from what I've heard, a lot of the franchisee owners actually are like, it's so much easier. Thank you for getting rid of that. Matt is on here from West Palm. What's your insight on this, Matt?
I think it's mostly about how much they can charge versus how much it costs to make the item. So the reason that your vegan burrito went from $2.75 up to $5-something is because the ingredients to make that vegan burrito cost them more to make than other items. So they got rid of it and make you custom build it so they can get more money for the ingredients that cost them more money.
Okay.
So they're able to.
Interesting.
So it's all about, cost for them versus cost to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that does make sense. Obviously, it's a business and it's about making as much money as you can. I can definitely tell where COVID has started changing. You're starting to see those changes now where they're going to more pick up kind of delivery type stuff. Jay Spades had hit us up, said, yeah, Dunkin' is also revamping their drive-through. It will eventually be contactless. We'll just prepare the orders, and they will order online. And they're going to be doing 2 separate drive-through lanes. I know the Chick-fil-A closest to me went to 2 drive-through lines because they used to have a crazy long line when they just had 1, and now they got 2, and it seems to be a lot more efficient. They're maximizing that efficiency. You might see fast food restaurants pretty much be that, where they're trying to push you to the app. You notice with McDonald's, you got to order these meals on the app, and it's driving people there. They want to get people in that habit. So all you'll be doing inside, you're not going to be dealing really with the people anymore. They're just going to be in there getting it all ready real fast and then shoving it out a window to you.
I know at McDonald's you got to pull in a parking spot to wait for them to walk it out. I think about all the time it takes for that process.
Yeah.
I guess they haven't figured out.
Mm-hmm.
That's only if they are running late, though, right?
No, when you order on the app at the McDonald's on Indiantown Road, you pull into a parking spot and you tell them where you are and they bring it out to you. It's the same at the Chick-fil-A up in Stewart. You can go in one of 2 drive-through lines, or you can order on the app and then pull into a designated spot, and they walk it out to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, there you go. Learning what's going on here. Bird, I don't know if you want to handle the thought, or should we hand it off to Dennys? How you feeling today? You got something for us?
Yeah, I got it ready.
Okay. Well, let's see what you got here. Close us out with your thought for the day, my friend.
The scary thing about distance is you don't know whether they'll miss you or forget you.
Ooh, wow.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Damn, Bird.
Are you going through it because you haven't been here?
Oh, I'm going through it, Mama.
Oh, we miss you, Pumpkin.
Yeah. Well, hopefully tomorrow Bird will be back. He's going to get that COVID test today. Comes back negative. He'll be back in studio with us tomorrow. So
Positive thinking. It will be negative, not positive.
I agree.
There you go. All right, so Bird back tomorrow.
Looking for some KVJ merchandise and swag? Go to kvjshow.com and click KVJ Gear.